What's up, collecting crew, and welcome to the Figure Lowdown, where we're at episode 30. Man, 30. We're already hitting 30. This is the Femme Fatales episode. As you can probably tell from the thumbnails, we've got a lot of female figures to discuss. Of course, there's some men also, but yeah, finally, I won't say finally, but for a change, there's quite a bit of female figures we're going to talk about. Yeah, like I said, Figure Lowdown is a video series stream where I talk about figures of multiple scales outside of the main players. So for 1/6 scale, outside of Hot Toys, 1/12 scale, anything outside of Hasbro. There's a lot of figures out there, and I can't even cover them all in this episode or this series. So I try to at least highlight some of the cool ones that I think stand out to me, and some interesting ones that deserve some attention. But yeah, thank you all for joining Feezy's Figures. As usual, timestamps will be in the description below. We have a lot of figures to discuss. Again, covering a variety of scales, including 1/8 for a change. Yeah, out of nowhere. What the hell? This company's just started with 1/8. At least I think they did. I don't recall them doing 1/8. But to help me discuss figures here, we have X-Man Supreme and 12-inch Moose Dream. Gentlemen, how we doing?
All right.
Hey,
my hair comb? Did I comb my hair? This was impromptu.
Voluminous. Yeah, I think Moose is your first time on any of the streams, right? On Feezy's Figures? Or have you been on before? Were you? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I can't recall if it was Hot Talk or Figure Lowdown. But either way, welcome back. If it's not your first time.
I don't know specifically. I was on your stream. I just consider everything your stream. You know, it's you. You know, I don't know specifically if it was that thread.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I know he's definitely streamed before, but I can't remember if you've been on here. Either way, if it's your first time, welcome. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you.
If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And then X-Men, of course, I know you've definitely been here before. Appreciate you coming through. Got a lot of figures to talk about, gentlemen, and Dave, X-Man Supreme. Yeah, I had removed that figure because I kind of had to pick and choose, but if we have time, we can discuss that one in the end.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's just I definitely had to pick and choose. So we'll see how quickly we flow through the ones we have here. All right.
So see what you got, because you always have great stuff to show me that I have no clue about, I've never heard about, and you know. So I mean, you know, I did something crazy tonight.
Oh man, what'd you do?
I bought a Darth Vader Sith Apprentice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you bought a hot toy. Congratulations. Congratulations, good sir.
I know it's insulting. I also won 2 auctions.
You went to what?
I won 2 auctions on eBay.
Oh, you won 2 auctions. Yeah. Man, you're either getting deals on Facebook Marketplace or you're winning auctions. You got the power. Is that the right song? Yeah. The Transformer song. Power.
I got an Elder Predator.
Yeah.
For less than $250.
Oh,
perfect
nice.
condition.
I'm guessing that's a good deal. I don't know what that's going for.
I don't think it's going for that. I don't think it's going that low. It is now. It is now. But also, I got an Aliens versus Predator. You know, from that one of them. I don't know which one it is. Really, I just bid on it. It was so cheap. It was like $160.
You're like, oh, we got to get down.
I mean, I bid. That's what I bid. I bid 100. I'll tell you, I think it was 100. I wanted $132. And the guy said they were all perfect condition. You know, dude, the market is totally tanking. You know, if you're a buyer, if you want figures, just wait. I mean, you shouldn't even pre-order. It's almost getting so bad because it's all going to go back unless something changes. But because I remember years ago, I never used to see anything cheap. You know, I don't know because I don't know if eBay changed the rules or what. You know, but I saw hardly anything cheap in Hot Toys back in about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't know how long you guys have been collecting Hot Toys.
Not that long, but it's just like anything else, right? Different times. Like you said, the market fluctuates. It kind of goes up and down. So I'm sure the market will go back up again. It's just the way of things. Right?
I don't want to delay your main topic because I know I could talk about it. I could just take over the goddamn thing, you know, and talk about anything else you want. You know?
Yeah.
I got
Moose. That's why you deserve your own show, man. I know you got.
I know. I gotta get one
Moose
going. I don't think I gotta get a better computer. I'm on a phone right now. I gotta get a better phone and computer. You know, and I gotta get my detail. I got not details. I got 4 details here, and I can put 2 more details over there, and I got other bookcases over here. I'm gonna get rid of those and put more something in there. and
get another house.
And I get muscle racks. I got muscle racks in 3 other rooms. I got muscle racks. You know, and I'm working on making plastic cases. You know.
Yeah, this guy, his collection is massive. His collection is massive.
I'm insane.
But
I'm just insane. I'm just definitely insane.
But like you said, we got a lot of figures to talk about, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it. Before I start, we got another guest joining us. We got, speaking of Moose and me, representing the me part of that, we got Michael Elliott, figure in a bubble. There he is. The duo themselves are here. Moose.
We're not getting anything done tonight.
Yeah, I know. Get your coffee ready. We're going to be here all night.
That'll be next show. Carry over.
Oh, man.
I go.
Listen, you can't talk. Oh, no, Celine.
I'll figure down. There goes it.
Give me a buck for it. Just send it to me. I'll pay you the shipping charge.
Yeah.
You can't talk about femme fatales without including me, baby.
Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, you came to the party. Welcome to the party, pal. All right, so real quick, let me adjust the chat here before we go on. We got Superior Beam in the house. S Beam, what is up, my guy? S Beam's coming. Thank you for coming through, good sir. As well as Renz Tolentino, the talented. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good sir, to you as well. If you haven't already checked out Renz Tolentino's IG, great artist. He puts a lot of stuff up there. He typically does commissions. I don't know if he still is, but either way, great artist. Go check out his IG. I'll put that in the description below after the stream so you can check it out if you haven't already. Thanks for coming through, Wins. Hopefully you're doing good, man. All right, gentlemen, first up. The wings. Plenty of winged creatures, characters in this episode. And we'll just go ahead and get right to it for this first one here. We have the pop costume from the Star Chart series, Sagittarius Warrior Icarti. So I've seen it spelled Icarti or Icarti. So there's 2 different spellings on this one, but yeah, there's a series from Pop Costume that they've been doing. They have a couple of figures released under this series, and I'll show those later. But this is going for around 305 USD, set to come out Q2 2026. There's also there's a couple of bases that they sell separately, and I'll show you one, and I'll give you a little more information on that. But this one has movable eyes. It has, I want to say it's probably synthetic hair, doll hair. I mean, it's not sculpted, but it's like hair. So it isn't mentioning anything about wool or any type of other high quality fabric. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be synthetic hair. Seamless body. I'm sure some of you are already familiar with Pop Costume. One of their other features of Pop Costume figures is that they use die cast materials, and this is no different. So her armor is going to be, most of her armor is going to be die cast. And actually, in the description, it says brass. And so a lot of her armor is going to be brass, which improves the... Yeah, it's going to make it heavy, and also it annies up the price there, hence the 305 USD price tag. Even the wings that you see here are brass. Speaking of, let me go through some of these photos here. And there's one with just a wingspan. But yeah, awesome looking figure. Again, they have a couple from this series, the Star Chart series, kind of... Olympus, I think, is Olympus Star Chart series, so kind of indicating it's Greek mythology based. Bow and arrow and a sword, I think she has as well. Yeah, here we go. So
what's the name of the company?
Pop Costume.
Pop
Costume. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever bought anything from them.
Yeah, they're the same company that did that Owlet Moth figure, that younger ninja looking. And figure of the Silent Hound.
She's gonna be good.
Yeah, same. So, and this is the same company that did that one. So 5 arrows, her bow, her quiver, her dagger, her scabbard, or her little sword there. I don't know what other you want to call it. Yeah, this looks good. Like I said, seamless body, and I believe here's her wingspan here. Let's see here. So it's 40 centimeters in length by 20 centimeters in height. That equates to, let's see here.
2.5 centimeters.
Yeah. 15 3/4 centimeters by just under 8 inches. Yeah. And you can see here, they rotate about 60 degrees on each side, each like upper portion of the wing here. So there's some articulation in there. But yeah, just to give you an idea. And like I said, these are, according to the description, these are made of brass as well. So man, this figure is going to be heavy. This stand that she comes with better be able to support her. I would hope it would. But yeah, you can see here highlighting brass in her armor. Yeah, even it says right here, like a brass on the wings. Damn, yeah, this is gonna be a heavy figure. But movable eyes, like I was saying here. Separate rolling eyes. She is with her mask on, kind of just covering her eyes, kind of like a masquerade type of look. But yeah, beautiful looking figure. I don't know, any thoughts? What do you guys, Dave, X-Men? I'll start with you. Any thoughts on this?
I love how mythology is represented so hard in the toy sphere. Like it's like this stuff is super cool. Like Greek mythos and all of that is just fun to begin with. But then you get something cool like this, bro. This is gonna steal any shelf. This is awesome. Yeah. And this would work well with a figure like Wonder Woman. Like,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
because she lives in that realm. That'd be super cool, man. Get this. It's like some Amazonian type characters. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really sick. That looks amazing. That's a great, like, brass is a great color by itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, that's so good.
I agree. Yeah, it's more aesthetically pleasing, I think, than gold on a figure, anyways. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that looks good. Yep. Mooser, Michael, any thoughts?
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Yeah, right. You know, but I have no connection to it. You know, I don't even know. You know, I mean, I you know, if it's you know, mythics. I love mythic stories. You know, I studied mythology back in high school. For gosh sakes.
Oh, did you? Okay,
you
nice.
know, and I could, you know, we that's how we learn about the archetypes. You know,
right.
And so I mean, and it's gorgeous. I mean, all that stuff all these kind of figures are gorgeous. You know, even the TV League stuff. You know, with all the Medusas that Michael has and things like that.
Oh yeah.
You know. They're awesome. I mean, for $305 and it's metal. I mean, Hot Toys wouldn't even think about it if they made it. You know, for, you know, I don't know. There's no license for this, so they would never make it. You know, they only make licensed product. But you know, their die cast started $400. You know, I mean, if this is brass, you know, I don't even know. Do they even use brass in any of their stuff? You know, maybe brass is an easier thing to configure. I have no idea. You know, I don't even know what brass is. What is brass? What kind of metal is brass? To Google it.
It's like a bronze alloy, isn't it?
Like some sort of mixture. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it's made it with.
I'm not a metallurgist, but
yeah,
I've got a couple of brass rings, and they're pretty awesome.
I bet you Beam would know. Beam would know.
Yeah, Beam probably
knows everything.
Help us out, Beam. What is
it's copper and
composition
zinc.
Of brass?
Brass is copper and zinc.
There you go, copper and zinc. See, look at that, folks. We're learning something here. In addition to figures, we're learning chemistry. And the elements.
It's an alloy. Brass is not a pure metal. It's a mixture of copper and zinc and other positive elements like iron, lead, or aluminum.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you're learning something. It's brass. Okay.
Brass is beautiful, dude. Yeah. Brass is a great.
They usually make, you know, musical instruments out of it, don't they? You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, the details on this.
Are you just now learning tonight that brass is a metal?
No, it's an alloy. I know it's with a metal, but it's not a metal. It's not a real metal. It's not a real metal, it says here. It's not a pure metal. It's it's a mixture of metals.
All right. I'm not crazy about the head sculpt at all. Head sculpt is just not crazy about it at all. Yeah, I'll go with a TB League body too. I don't like the way, I think the outfit looks too junky on her. It's just a lot of outfit here. The outfit's nice, but it's not fitting her well. TB League would knock this right out of the park. Nah, not interested.
Okay. All right.
I'll take
Fair
his.
Enough. Sticking with TB League. Yeah, I'll take his.
You can have it, my friend.
I'm tempted, man. If I had screw you money, man, I would absolutely have all these figures like this because they just look so freaking cool.
Yeah.
You have screw you money. What are you talking about?
Dude, you
5,000 figures.
Bro, you can get TB League. You can get TB League for $200, and they'll blow this away.
I don't know, but they wouldn't make brass. TB League doesn't make brass.
You don't know.
This is gorgeous.
Do you have any TB Leagues?
I do not have any TB League that I think that I remember off the top of my head. The closest thing I have to any hot female fatales is Cammy. I only bought it because, you know, I just like the curve of her thing. So So because I have no idea, I didn't even know what it was. Oh, look at that! Oh, I want that. I'm gonna get it. And it was like, oh, it's street fight.
You know, it just looks like he's got too much on. It's just not fitting her well. I don't like it.
Like it, as in it's too loose.
Yeah, too loose. It's just junky.
Oh, really? You think it's too loose?
It's
where do you think? It's junky, as in like appearance or the fit?
Yeah. It's just her body is too. Her frame is too small for what she's wearing. She needs to have a beefier body. Oh, without question. She needs. Look. Wait. Go back. No.
I see what you're saying. She doesn't look like she should probably be more muscular.
The one before this one. The one before this one. Yeah.
Right.
Look at that. It looks like she's being engulfed. It just doesn't look like it's fitting around her shoulders, and no. And look at that head sculpt. That's worse than Barbie. Get out of here. Get out of here. That hair looks like garbage. Yeah, it's all metal. It's all shiny, but there's no substance underneath. It's just, I might as well just buy the outfit for another figure. That figure is trash.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. I feel like the face kind of has this ethereal look about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
that she's not quite human, but she's not supposed to be. You know, God thing.
I don't have a problem with that. She just doesn't look. It just looks like a doll. It just doesn't look. It does. Whatever she's supposed to represent, she's not representing.
It's not realistic looking. The face sculpt's not realistic. More realistic looking to
or at least it could be better. Let me put it that way. As far as real, I don't know how much. You can get a lot realer than this, but you can get a heck of a lot better.
There are lots of heads out there you can pick up, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's true. But it's not really. It's not just the head; it's the body. I think the body's too small.
Gotcha.
I'm sure it wouldn't be difficult to switch out.
No, but I'm not going to buy a $300 figure to switch out a whole body. You know.
It seems form fitting to me. I think it's just part of the design. Like the wings here just come up over her shoulders rather than wrapping over. But I mean, there's like her gauntlets seem like they're fine. But I get I kind of see like to your preference, you would want it more like form fitting around
the
her
outfit
body.
itself, there's nothing wrong with what she's wearing. It's her. It's not the outfit. The uniform is fine. Everything's good.
Oh, the body they're using.
The body and the head sculpt are so mediocre.
I see. You want like more muscular body. You're wanting. You're looking.
Well, not muscular, but give me some meat. A little more meat.
I see. Yeah. So it's too thin. Gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be muscular. It just has to be a little bit more meat.
Right. I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'd be lucky if she talked to me at the bar.
Yeah.
Well, hey man, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You know.
Hey, you can always shoot your shot. You never know.
Like
it's always worth trying.
She needs that TV league thigh act. Look at them legs, man. She looks like that spindly, all spindly looking. Come on.
So there are Star Chart series, like I mentioned. This is one of the figures in this line, the latest one. But they did put up two others previously that I covered in Figure Lowdown on a previous episode. And I actually have that linked in the description below. So if you want to check out the episode where I talked about these two figures here, this is Ariel here on the left and Martina on the right. So these had went up for pre-order. I don't believe they're released yet, but these were also available at one point. I don't know if they still are, but to add to that same series for those of you who are interested in getting
on Pop Costume.
Yeah, they're both Pop Costume, both same manufacturer, both same series, part of the same series.
Well, let's go to Kit. Take it away, Kit. That's Kit.
Series.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy a truck. I don't know. I haven't gone too far off the beaten path beyond Kit.
Yeah.
Hold your horses, Cowboy. These look much better. Maybe it's at least photography wise. The one on the right looks dope.
Oh, wait! You think that one looks dope, but the other one doesn't?
And I actually like the one on the left too. I just think they look better. Definitely, the one on the left looks much better. They both look better in their outfits. That's for sure. Looks like look like they're fitting a lot better. It looks more form to the body. I actually dig these outfits too. But once again, I could see TV League doing this instead. But no, yeah, man, that one on the right. Plus, Are these different head sculpts on these than it is on that other one?
Yeah, they're different.
Yeah, I'm much. Yes, it's just. Yeah, I don't like that head sculpt. But I wish. Do you have any more pictures of these two?
No, I just put these up for reference. Like I'm saying, like I said, I talked about these in a previous episode. So
I think I do remember you talk. I remember the one in white for some reason.
Yeah,
or maybe I saw it somewhere when I was surfing around. But gotcha. Much more appealing, I must say, than the first one. So.
Okay, so you're liking some of these, yeah. There's at least these three options here.
Yeah,
and like you said, yeah, TV League is also doing Greek mythology based characters too. I know you got that Medusa. I got that same one also, and they have some like Egyptian gods that they're deities that they're doing as well. And so they
I got Osiris. I've got the Night of Fire. I got another one. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah,
mix and match. Mix and match for anyone who's up for looking to do that too. Combine these types of warriors and angels and gods, deities, things like that. But the options are out there. My
concern is the bodies, because one thing I can tell you about TV League, man, those bodies are nice and dense and heavy. Yeah, now, does this have a steel skeleton? Do you know what's underneath the silicone?
I can't recall. I don't know off the top of my head if they are using a steel skeleton.
Because see, that would be another concern of mine. Unless you know a company well, you gotta be careful of these silicone bodies. You want something that's gonna hold up.
Yeah.
The only reason why I can go with TV League is because heck, TV League supplies bodies for other toy makers, so they got quality bodies, and you're not going to have to worry as much. And I have no experience with these. And then 300 and something ain't happening.
Yeah. But again, I mean, that's because it's all metal parts here and weapons.
Yeah.
So I mean. Yeah, really shop around, of course, always, like, see if you can get a better deal. That's just the one I found so far, but yeah, if you shop around, I'm sure you may be able to find
this is very tempting.
Get it, dude.
But yeah, this is just one angel of light. So anyone else got any thoughts on this before we go on to the next?
Nah, get her out of here. I don't need to look at that anymore.
Get all right.
Oh yeah, we got him good.
So going from an angel of light to an angel of darkness, we have the Lucifer Silent Wings figure.
Good lord!
And the manufacturer is, I believe it's Lucifer, but here I don't know if they changed the name to Lucifer. I don't know. I've seen it both ways. So they have
Luxifa.
Okay, Luxifa, or I've also seen Lucifer. They have
you could have the whole SH thing going on.
Luxifa.
I'm not sure. We'll go with either of those. Yeah.
Luxifa.
Well, there's a spelling. Yeah. This is Silent. The name of this figure is Silent Wings. Yeah. So there's three different versions here. Actually, let me start with this.
That is impressive.
Yeah, so there's version A is labeled as the Dark Angel, and that is going for around 400 USD. Let's see here. So, again, three different versions. That one comes with the body with all this armor here, the black armor. I think it might be black chrome plated. I believe this armor might be metal as well. I couldn't really confirm, so someone in the chat or in the comments can let me know. This does have a steel skeleton though, over a seamless body over the steel skeleton. Let's see here, rooted hair. Again, it doesn't mention wool, so it's probably like synthetic hair. There's a closed eyes head sculpt, a masked version, 6 hands. She has her big ass blade there that we'll look at in photos.
Big ass blade.
Yeah, her helmet, her like Final Fantasy blade. Real feather wings. Apparently, these are real feather wings. I don't know how they did that with the black. But
how many chickens did they pluck?
Yeah, right.
Another disc already sticking it to Hot Toys.
Disc stand base and a spirit mask. So basically everything you see here is what comes with version A. Version B is what they call the soloist. So I guess this is like her. I don't know what this is. If this is based on anything, like any IP, or if this is their own IP. I haven't I didn't see anything, but again, let me know in the comments or the chat if this is referencing anything. But so this is the soloist. This is like her, I guess, her musician alternate form. This one is going for around 315 USD. So everything you see here, which is much less, you got the closed eyes sculpt, the violin. Where we at? 6 hands also. Her violin bow, and then a Roman column pier, and then another disc stand base, and then a stand for the wings. So the wings that you saw from the alternate version, you can put those on there. But this version doesn't come with the wings, so it's like only if like you got that other version, then you can use this stand that it comes with for the wings, which leads into the ultimate deluxe super edition version C, which comes with both versions. So the Dark Angel and the Soloist comes with everything there. 2 bodies, of course, for those different figures, and the bonus accessory is this open eyes sculpt. That's right here. It's kind of pixelated. They kind of blurred it out. I don't know if it's ready for to view yet or something. I don't know. It's weird, but you can only get this open eye sculpt if you get the deluxe version, this version C that has everything, basically the all-in set. So let me go back to some of these photos.
What is that marked out bit though? Because there's something that they're showing that they don't include.
That was just a single body. So they have a photo for just a single body. Here, let me go back.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's just saying like here, like see if here you can see this 2 body photos crossed out, but yeah, it's just indicating you get 1 body with these 2. But here you get 2 bodies.
Damn,
where we
that is deluxe.
Back yeah. So again, real feather wings. Yeah, and it has this whole get up. So like I was saying, like a dark. I'm presuming because of the whole black, she's supposed to be a Dark Angel with the black color scheme. Yeah, this company I had not heard before until I saw this figure posted up on a couple of sites and caught my eye. I was like, oh damn, this looks intriguing. But yeah, this costume, again, I don't know if it's metal or not. The other figures that were released before this, what is it?
She's pretty metal.
Yeah, she is pretty metal. Yeah, the figure is metal. I don't know if the armor is metal. Yeah. But yeah, here she is with her in her soloist form. And again, the wings don't come with the soloist version. You would have to get both, and then you can put the wings on the stand that's on the back there.
You know what? Yeah. I have a pop costume figure in my collection.
You do? What do you got?
The blacksmith.
Of course you do, man. You buy.
Oh yeah, the blacksmith. Yeah, that's right.
You buy everything, bro.
Yeah,
got 1 or 2. Yeah, Evolution of Europe, the blacksmith, the Middle Ages, 1/6 scale figure. It's an awesome figure. I mean, it's great, and I didn't pay that much as what they're showing now on. I'm looking on Big Bad Toy Store. You know, I can stand up and show you the figure if you want to.
Big Bad.
You don't have to. I mean, your coffee if you want. I don't want you to mess up your display.
I'm gonna move the camera. I gotta see. I can't really see it while I'm looking at you. He's with Deadpool.
Oh damn! Hang on,
He's taking care of Deadpool's horse.
Here we go.
Can you see him?
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, yeah. That one has a lot of die-cast parts.
Deadpool didn't pay him. Deadpool, he's pissed. Deadpool didn't pay him. He's got that pissed look on his face.
Why?
I bought a heat gun just for that figure because I couldn't get that fucking hammer in his hand, so I had to. And I never got into, to get into it because the hammer won't fit into his hand, until I get I'm loosen something up, and I'm just terrified of doing it.
How do you have him positioned on that horse? It looks. What's going on?
He's tipping over. I know he's tipping over. I gotta take care of it. He's killing the baby. He's smothering the baby.
Oh, great.
Kid pool? Yeah. There's kid pool in front of him? Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, you got to.
Can you tell what horse that is?
Yeah, that's. I seen it on a site. Where did I see that horse at?
Is that a JXK horse?
The DID horse.
A DID horse. Okay, gotcha.
It's John Dunbar's horse.
Oh, okay.
John Dunbar.
John Dunbar is, Dancing with Wolves, Kevin Costner.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
The right arm.
Gotcha.
So I'm just segueing. I pass along. I bought 7 DID figures recently of I guess 7 out of the 9 Saving Private Ryan in one batch.
Oh damn.
Hey, stay strong.
Yeah, stay strong. 7 out of 9.
I have no idea what I've been doing. It's the insanity that I indulge myself in.
Yeah, okay.
S-Beam's here saying metal frames are...
I'm interrupting and deflecting and digressing. So go back to your Luxifa.
Yeah,
there you
Lucifer,
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
S-Beam saying metal frames are usually the norm with 1/12 and up on silicone bodies. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure, so I don't want to say for certain if that pop costume had one. But yeah, thanks for that feedback there, S-Beam. So, but this one did say in the description this has a stainless steel body, or a metal skeleton, I should say, with the silicone body or rubber coating here. So yeah, this another awesome looking figure. So, for one, every time I saw like these types of figures recently, when I was putting this stream together, prepping for this stream, I had that freaking song stuck in my head that take these broken wings every time, just because I'm no lie, that was stuck in my head. Yeah, by Mr. Big classic. Mr. Yeah, that 80s jam.
You could play a mean bass, bro.
Yeah. I was it didn't stop, man. I ended up having to play it on repeat just because it was stuck in my head.
I have it in my playlist, and if it's the right setting, I do play it when I DJ. I play that a lot of times if I do like a Sunday afternoon brunch.
Yeah.
Good. I do some light
brunch song. Yeah.
What is this helmet she's wearing?
That's just part of her armor. Here, let me see if I can get some other. It comes in. There's like multiple parts to it too. There's like just like the a lower half of her face, and then there's like an upper, like kind of like a knight type of situation.
All right.
Like a knight helmet. Here, let me see. Yeah, kind of like this right here. See, there's multiple parts. You can have this like upper part to it on the crown, and then there's a whole face covering to it. So there's kind of different display options for that.
No die cast in it though, right? There's no metal in it.
Not that it said in this description for this figure, but I saw a review for a previous figure that recently just came out, and the armor on that figure had die cast, which is the opposite of this. I think this is the version that just came out was the light version. And I have a photo of that I'll show you guys here in a second, but let me go through some more photos of this one.
She almost was cooler without the armor.
Right?
Let me tell you something. That you can barely tell she has a head in that armor. That head is way too small for that body.
Maybe they made it smaller to get in that armor, the helmet. I mean,
now that body.
Why are they blurring out her face?
Who's blurring out her face? Where is it blurred?
Her face is blurred. When you go back to it, show her face.
Oh yeah, the one with the open eyes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that one they blurred out for some reason. I don't know why. But go ahead, Michael.
This is obviously, well, not obvious, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a TV League body, because look at them thighs. Now, this is the type of body the other company should be using. The head way too small, at least not here, but when she's got the armor on, you can barely see her head.
Yeah.
Also, armor is dope as all get out. It reminds me a lot of the G.I. Joe Baroness.
Yeah, right? Yep.
A lot like it. That looks dope as all get out. The other thing that's frustrating is that once again, that head is way too small, or at least depicted there. The other thing is, I really dig the violinist. I actually found some. I got some 6 scale. I had put together on my. I got like a music detail for. I got a band and stuff. At one time, I had 3 violinists. I found some 6 scale violins, and I had 3 violinists. So I dig that. I dig that so much.
Yeah,
and
that is cool, man.
She looks in much better proportion this way. But see, I wouldn't want to get the armor if I had to get the wings just to have this position, this body. I'm gonna have to pass. If they sold it like this, I'm on top of it. I would be on top of this.
Yeah.
So by itself, the armor, the wings, that looks dope too. But I would have to do another head sculpt because it looks ridiculous in all that armor. Doesn't even look like in it.
Yeah, like I was saying, they do sell it separate. This is this is what they call version B version, I think, version B.
Yeah, but
you
can't get the wings if you get the solo. You have to get both.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I would just want this one with wings.
With wings. Oh, I got you.
And forget the armor one. Just give me this.
There are 3 SKUs.
How many?
Jay, there's 3 SKUs on Big Bad Toy Store right now. There's a soloist. There's the Dark Angel with the wings. I think Then you can get them both together. So 2 out of the 3 are sold out already. And I'm saying the waitlist they're sold out.
They should do
the only thing available is a soloist.
They should do a solo with wings. They should do a 4th tier. I'd jump on that one.
Yeah, that's where they get you, right? They want you to go all in.
Well, not getting me. Obviously, they don't want to get me.
Yeah.
They have to do it.
But yeah, so Big Bad Toy Store is one of the places that has it. But like as usual, shop around. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but as usual, every figure lowdown, all the links to the figures that we're discussing are in the description now. So if you want to check those out for reference. Again, that's just for reference. Always shop around, see if you can get the best deal that works for you wherever you are in the world.
And then Google it. Google the figure.
Google. Yep, Google it, exactly.
I mean, Google knows everything. God, Jesus. So the thing I saw was, recently they were showing, debating on who got the cheapest version of Inart. The Inart Superman, who had it, and the winner was Gun Damn It, supposedly. I don't even know what that is until I mentioned it. Gun Damn, what is that? And the bully is very reputable.
Yeah, people have mentioned Gundam on Collector's Figure and a bunch. Yeah. We've seen figures by Gundam on here, I'm sure, right?
But it's a reseller. They're resellers, That's all they are.
Yeah.
It's not.
I thought Fiji. I remember hearing that name on one of your.
I think you can get Inart Superman for like $360 with shipping and everything like that, But so I digress. But so Inart Superman for the new movie is also on Pop Culture for $325, but it costs you $57 to ship it. Get it shipped eventually. Something like that.
57.
Which reminds me. I just realized I didn't give a price for the deluxe. So deluxe of this set, which includes everything with that additional head sculpt, that runs from 620 USD to 725 USD. So again, shop around, see where you can get the best deal.
Where's the 620 version?
That's the again, the soloist by itself is around 315 USD. The Dark Angel, which is like the armored set by itself, is around 400 USD.
No.
So
if I'm going that deep in my wallet, I might as well just go in. All right, I'm not doing it. Not for a company I've never heard of before.
Right? Yeah. You might not, but there are others who might be into this who are willing to put this in their collection. Who are just into that type of this IP. Well, I don't say IP because it seems like it's general, but this this whole theme, I should say. But this, like I mentioned, this company has done other figures. Let me bring those up here. So,
one
other angel they've done here.
I forgot about the right.
So,
dude,
this is her counterpart to the Silent Wings figure we were just looking at. Her counterpart is this gold armored version. This is Raphael. I believe that's the name of one of the archangels, right? Is Raphael?
Yeah.
And so that's what this figures. This is the one that I was talking about that just came out, starting to release. I think it's still up on a couple of sites. Okay. But I just have this here for reference to show you what else they've done so far. But kind of similarly, she has like a gold armored version with these white wings, and then her alternate form is like this harpist that you see here in the bottom left. And again, similar setup. You can either get the harpist, the golden armored version, or the deluxe, which has both of them, and then some additional head sculpt as well. But I haven't. It sold out a lot of places, but. Still look around. Maybe if you're interested in this one, you might be able to find it somewhere. And then on the left, this is the Dawn Horn Elf, I think is what the name of the figure is from the. Yeah, it says Dawn Horn here on the left. And this one's interesting because there's like two versions of this, right? There's the Centaur version, and then there's the Elf version where she's not a Centaur, she's just like a elf basically without the back legs. And so so like the deluxe would be like the Centaur version that she comes with like the back. The back half.
This has been out before. This has been out before because I've seen it before. This was released before.
Yeah,
I saw this figure last year, the Centaur.
Yeah.
I thought about it, and then I went, the back legs are creeping me out. I mean, I was digging them, like, it's still kind of
creeping me
out.
Yeah, the Centaur
the
figure's been out for a while. You're right. Yeah, I just wanted to put up for reference to show that. And these aren't the only two. They've done other ones, but yeah, you're right. That has been out for a while. And then the newest one is
the harp. Just give me that harp.
Yeah, that harp. Yeah, that is cool. Just to have like those two musicians, the soloist and the harpist next to each other. That would be cool, man. That would be cool. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Moose?
I wasn't saying anything. I was gonna, but I mean, I want to date a girl like that. That have the extra pair of legs and stuff like that. Like,
the Centaur. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Weird. That's very weird. I mean, it's very convenient too. If but some.
Yeah. All right, hold your horse.
Okay.
Oh, my horse! It's not a horse. Nope. It's a human. It's a human. With a
I
horse,
would have
I
Lady Pool riding her though. I would have Lady Pool riding her.
Well, actually, it's not a horse.
That would be funny.
It's a hearse. Get it?
Oh my! That's incredible.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm gonna have to put this on my group. Put in my new Facebook group. Did I mention that? My new Facebook group?
Oh yeah, the
go ahead.
It's called 16 Musketeers.
Okay.
16 Moose. I sent you a link. I sent you an invite, Dave, and I think I sent one to Jay. Check your invite.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Your invite.
I don't pay attention to Facebook hardly at all.
Yeah, he does.
I don't either. I told Moose, I said, sorry, don't put me in.
I didn't send one to Michael because he didn't even know if he's on Facebook anymore. I never really looked.
Yeah, he is not. Let me address the chat here before we go on. We have we got Loco Lou in the house. What is up, Loco Lou? What's poppin', people? Loco Lou. He says if you want her with wings, make her drink a Red Bull because the Red Bull give her wings. Yep. That's an knowledge. Yeah, just start pouring Red Bull over all the figure.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I answer with Red Bull.
I'm wondering if that harp is sold separately. I just want that harp.
No, not that I saw. You might be able to get it from something like Monkey Depot or Toy Anxiety or something like that, or eBay.
Yeah, you're right. Because actually, 16 Kit I've seen before sells accessories to other figures. I've seen the.
Do they?
Yeah, I saw David Bowie's saxophone on there one time. I saw Blade Runner Harrison Ford had some of his accessory, his drink, his bottle.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so every once in a while, look for their accessories, and you'll find other figures' accessories, and sometimes he carries those.
Okay.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
I didn't know that. I didn't know they. I have to keep a lookout for that.
I'm waiting on something from 16 any day now. It could be coming in tomorrow, hopefully. I'll have something to show very soon from them. Yep.
Okay, there you go. Keep it locked on Collector's Figure, where you can find figure in a bubble. He'll reveal what his item is here. Speaking of Collector's Figure, every Mondays on S Beam's channel, friend of the channel. You can find his link on the Friends of the Channel section. He's also here in the chat. Thanks again, Beam. But yeah, if you're interested, check out his channel. He has a lot of good stuff on there. We also have, going back to the chat, we got L Walker in the house. What is up, my guy? Larry Walker, thank you for coming through. Got to play this for him. That probably didn't go through that well. There we go. There it is. All right. And, of course, the legend, Tremble Dust in the house. What is up? Hey, people, he says, what up, Tremble? Finally, a hentai stream.
Yeah. A hentai stream.
Yeah.
This Centaur elf is up on Big Bad Toy Store, and those pictures are wild, dude.
Now, aren't they? It's something creepy about them, X-Man. I can't get past it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, can I do this? I can't do this, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those, they're pretty. Whoa, they went there. S Beam saying Giant Toy also sells accessories too. Lots of parts store out there. Yeah. Of course, Google's always your friend, right? Or just general internet searching. You'll be able to find these. Just type in the name of the figure and or the company. You should be able to find something. But Yeah, so this was again Lucifer / Lucifer. I don't know how I've seen it spelled different ways. They do have a what is it?
Luxifa.
Luxifa. There you go. Or that. Either way, however you pronounce it, they are one of the places they are available is at Big Bad Toy Store. So if anything, you can just use as a reference to see what they got. Like X-Men Supreme here was saying.
If I were you, I'd wait for Big Bad Toy Stores. The figures are too expensive unless they're on sale.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes, they're weird.
Their markup is ridiculous. But their sales, dude, you got to check them out at Christmas time, Black Friday. Sales are, and those TV League figures, I got Osiris for $120.
That's right. I remember you saying, I've seen some TV League figures, go on sale there. Yep, that's
insane.
Yep, just keep a lookout, man. There's deals to be had. Just be patient, look around. I just realized I forgot to, like I mentioned, going back to that pop costume.
Yes, sir.
Star Chart Sagittarius Warrior figure. So the base is sold separately. If you're interested, this ranges from $50 to $97 USD, and it's about a little over 14 inches, so about 36 centimeters. Just to give you an idea. The other figures that I showed also had their own. Let me go back here.
Well, what's the price spread on that thing? Is it because there's two sizes? You said 50 to what? 90 for that?
97. That's just the range. Again, depending on where you buy it from. Some websites have it cheaper than others. So you shop around, you can.
That's a large range. 40, almost $50.
Yeah, it is.
What a range.
Yep. Shop around. So you got to shop around.
Mm-hmm.
These figures here also came with their own separate bases, so you can kind of see one on the right. You can see hers. I don't have a photo of the one on the left here, the aerial, but they each have their own base that you can possibly get as. Also, when I just looked recently, they were sold out, so it might be difficult to find, if not on the secondary market. But just an FYI, they do have all three of these figures have their own bases.
The one on the right, one. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk on top of you. The one on the right almost looks like the TV League photographer, because I noticed with TV League, a lot of their photography is dark, and they usually have like a lot of red saturated in their photos. It reminds me of a lot of a TV League photo. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's supposed to be like the Scorpion or Scorpio warrior, and of course like the red hair. So I think her theme overall is.
I actually like this one. That one. Yeah, it's surprising. I do.
Do like the colors that just pop on that one.
And the outfit just really looks great. Yeah. But come on, it's just like it just popped a little doll head on top of her. And you see what I'm saying? Look how he.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there is a couple of reviews on this golden armored figure here. So if you want to get an idea, check that out.
Oh man, hook that up with the golden Wonder Woman.
Like X-Men was saying, yeah. I am tempted on these as well because one of my favorite movies that I can watch multiple times is Constantine, and so I'm like fascinated in that whole mythology that demons versus angels, and then obviously they have Gabriel in there as one of the ends up being one of the villains. And that whole scene where she comes flying down and her wings just spread out was just like pretty badass. And so like I always have just like a vision of doing some sort of display. I mean, it's going to take up a lot of room, but especially with this figure here having these apparently actual feathered wings, that would be a badass display to just have her coming down on some other figure. But also, that just reminds me, I forgot to say, they make a version, not of any of these characters, but another figure in 12 scale of an armored angel, a female armored angel in Michael. I think that's the Archangel. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. So another female that comes in two versions. I saw a silver armored version and a gold armored version, and I didn't put any photos in here, but that's also up on Big Bad Toy Stores, one of the places they have it. So if you're interested in a 12 scale, take a look at that. But that is an option as well. Same company. So yeah, they're spreading out. I think that's their first figure in 12 scale is that Michael. Has yet to be released. I think that's still up for pre-order. Okay, anyone got anything else?
Does it come with wings?
It does, yeah.
Did it look like John Travolta?
No, it's a female.
John Travolta. What is that?
I want Michael,
yeah, he's talking about Michael the
Angel. Wasn't there Michael a movie with John Travolta as Michael the Angel?
Yeah, it was good too. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a good movie.
What was the movie? There was another movie with John Travolta with Wicked Smart. What was that? I wonder. I forget what that is.
Smart. What's Smart?
What's Smart?
Smart. Yeah, I don't.
Wicked Smart.
Okay. Really smart. Yeah.
You're talking about Phenomenon.
You said
Phenomenon. I forgot about that movie.
That was good too. I enjoyed that.
Data's in it. I know. I remember the scene that Data was in it.
Yeah, Data's in it. Yeah. You know something else, Fiji?
What's up?
Can we see another wide shot of her where she's, you see the whole body and the wingspan?
Oh yeah. Just a second. Let me read Beam's comment. He's saying, anyone remember the villain queen from Red Sonja?
Oh yeah,
that's what the one on the right reminds me. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot her name. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. Yes, I do remember. Good call. Good call. So let me go find one of these photos here.
I just remember Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, yep, and Arnold and Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh yeah, them too, but really.
Yeah. Let me see that full one. You're talking about let's see here. Keep going. This one.
There we go. Now, just with those, you see those little two circular devices on the wings?
Oh yeah, right here. Yep.
Just that alone, it almost looks like they repurposed the wings from Vulture.
Oh, they do kind of look like fans, right?
yeah. I keep thinking of the Vulture when I see the wingspan.
Yep.
But see,
you got those circles and stuff over them.
The whole thing itself looks killer.
Yeah, it does.
All they need is a larger head sculpt, and it could look so much better. It looks good. But
honestly, I like the brass one better.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
Oh, you talked the previous one we talked about.
Yeah. I like the brass one better.
It's more ornate. It's definitely a lot more ornate. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And also this is the one I was talking about, where the review that I saw, that the armor was die cast or metal on this one here. So that's why I'm thinking the one on this one here is also, but it's just like black chrome plated or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Again, it doesn't mention it in the description. So usually if it doesn't, I kind of go in. If I were to get this, I just go in thinking that it's not die cast, and if it is, and it's a bonus. But yeah. I'm not sure on that one. So just proceed with caution on this one. I'm not sure if it's die cast or not in the armor, but either way, yeah. Anyone got anything else on this one? We still got plenty of figures to go through.
That's what I was going to say. Let's go. Let's move it on.
All right.
I'm excited.
Infinite money and infinite people to put this stuff together. Who's got time for all these figures?
Infinite people.
Obviously you have time. You buy them.
A cloning machine. Yeah, you got YOLO, Moose, and you're doing it.
The easiest part about collecting is buying a figure.
The what?
The easiest part of collecting is buying a figure.
Oh no, it's not. That's the worst part. Are you kidding me? That's when you have to spend your money. Are you kidding?
Yeah, I see what he's saying though. It's easy just to go online and click purchase and add card and purchase.
Making room for it is the hardest part.
Yeah, making room for it and taking time to open it and
putting it together.
Yeah,
I mean, I got these 7 DID figures I got to put together.
Good luck.
Each one will take at least a half an hour to an hour.
The ones you just bought. Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see you next year.
Yeah,
I know. You know. I can do it on stream.
Yeah, Moose has time. Yeah.
Actually, Moose loves his job, so he does have a full-time job, so he does have an excuse.
And I'll see him Friday morning.
Yes, you will.
He has that job for those figures, though. Yeah, we got.
You better believe it.
He's grinding on the grind for those figures. We got Feel the Burn in the house. What is up, good sir? Hello. He says, thank you for coming through, Robert. Hopefully you have a good night. Appreciate it. Let's see here. And then, Trimble does saying that pose with the violin is tough. Yeah, man, that's what we were saying. I agree, man. Baby.
Yeah.
Just having that, this one here, I do like the violinist aesthetic more than the harpist if I had to choose, but it's tough. They both are looking good though, man. It is tough. But
you might be swaying, huh, Fees?
I might. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, that whole Constantine type of display, that whole angels versus demons thought. I'm just into that whole mythology in general. You guys know me.
Me too, man. I'm a major, Harryhausen and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Multiple.
I love those
display options for this one.
Yeah.
All right. Going on from celestial beings to a mutant / zombie. I guess you want to call them. We have
guys love eat up people.
Yeah, here we go. We got
you love these eat up people.
An experiment. I guess we'll call it an experiment. This is the VoidToys Tyrant.
Okay.
This is based on the Tyrant from Resident Evil 2, I believe it is. It's been a minute since I played that one. But this was kind of, from what I remember and from photos, his appearance, kind of a guy with a suit. 210 USD, set to come out Q1 of next year. And the Tyrant was pretty small in that, or big in that game. So this one's standing at 14.4 inches, so about 6.5 centimeters. Yeah, he was a tall guy. Head sculpt with movable eyes, his hat, his shirt, of course. So the pants and the coat are genuine leather. He comes with 4 hands, and then it says a bracket, but I'm guessing that they're referring to a stand. We'll look at some photos, but yeah. So the coat and the pants are leather. Per the description, but yeah, this is his appearance. Then there's Leon, I believe it's Leon Kennedy here, Resident Evil 2, and VoidToys. Yeah, I haven't heard of. I don't know if this is an offshoot of another company, but I haven't heard of this company. I did the little searching. I didn't see anything else from them, and I think this is their first figure because it is labeled VT001. I think you guys already discussed this one. Yeah, number 1. On collector's figure, but anything else you want to reiterate or any other additional thoughts on this?
I would just like to pose it with Spider-Man Noir.
Oh yeah, that'd be good combo. Yeah.
I mean, they look the same. I mean, they almost look the same. Like Jesus.
Well, see, yeah.
Go ahead, Michael.
These third-party companies are giving the business to Hot Toys. Look at all. I mean, this figure is practically nothing but leather. Yeah. You got a third-party company giving you. Look at all that leather, and that's a full-length leather jacket, full-length leather pants, and how much? $200-something?
Yeah, 210 USD.
And Hot Toys want to throw you what they call artisans with leather for $400. Yeah. That company sucks. My only problem with this is that it's just all clothes. I mean, you can put any head sculpt in it because it's such a bland head sculpt. It's just there's just nothing to this. You might as well just go out and buy an all leather outfit and put your own head sculpt with it. To me, this would be a pure waste of money.
A big body though, like I said, it's about 14.5 inches, so we have to be something.
I mean, I would work with it a different way, but to me, it's just once again, it looks to me like you just really, because what does it really take to do that head sculpt? It's not like they have to pattern it off of realism. So, in my opinion, I mean, is it worth the money? Listen, if you can spend $400 on a hot toy artisan with leather, you should go for this. That's a 14-inch figure. So I'm not saying this is not a nice buy. I think it's a nice buy because of what you can do with it and because of all that leather.
Yep.
But
correction. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, but you're getting 14 inches. That's a big sucker.
Yeah, it's a tall one. Yeah, and then correction. Yeah, thanks, Feel the Burn. Yeah, Mr. X. That's who it is from Resident Evil 2. It was the villain in Resident Evil was Mr. X. Yeah. But I believe he correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but I think towards the end he mutates right into a tyrant. Hence the name. But it's been a minute since I played it, but I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, I was going to say I love these. Here's the 36.5. Yeah, which converts to 14 and about just under 14 and a half.
14
inches.
and a half. That's even taller.
Yeah. This photo right here of going back to this, man, like they did a good job, but yeah, they're actually like spraying water and how they're having water dripping on the jacket. That looks awesome, man. Kudos to the blog, to the photographer on that one. That looks cool.
Nice little beading.
Yeah, on the hat and the jacket. That looks awesome. Yeah, that's cool. But to what you were saying, you and Moose, as far as like as combining this with their IPs, like we usually talk about. This seems like it could be a good like Dick Tracy type of character as well.
Yeah, you can do a million things with it. That's the one thing I do like about it.
Yeah,
it's a very doable IP if you want to just blend genres. Works fine.
Yeah. Oh, yep. S-Beam hair reminds me of Darkman. Need a Darkman figure. I know you know all about that, Michael.
Dude, they should do. Oh, I wish they would do a Darkman. Oh, I love that movie so much.
But no, it's definitely one that you can kind of put in multiple shelves. Moose mentioned Spider-Man Noir. That's a good combo there. Dick Tracy. What else was there something else I was thinking you can pair this with?
The only thing is though, because it's such a muted character, the height would look really weird. Like even if you put him up with Spider-Man Noir, he's gonna look so much smaller than this guy, Not that they have to be the same height. They don't have to be. But in this situation, actually, it's only a couple of inches, wouldn't it be? Maybe not. Yeah. It would work. Yeah,
I think it could work. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dick Tracy just a tall, towering, looming guy that he is. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Just like a different universe character.
Right.
Characters. Yeah. Let me know also, I forgot to mention in the chat or panelists, if any of the audio issues are coming through, if the music's kind of fluctuating. I know that's happened before, but if you notice anything off or weird about the audio, just let me know so I can see about getting that fixed before it gets worse.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else got any thoughts on the VoidToys Tyrant here? All right. Going on to the next one, sticking with 6 scale here, this is DamToys. We got a couple of them here. We have first up, the U2 Dragon Lady. This one, so there's the Dragon Lady and the Blackbird, and the both test pilots, and each one goes for about 172 USD to 415 USD. Again, shop around, see where you can get that best pricing for yourself. And as a reminder, also, the prices on the lower end don't usually include shipping, and then the prices on the higher end do usually include shipping. There's some websites that still don't, but just kind of FYI in case. For those of you that don't know, or you forgot about that range, why I gave a range there. So set to come out Q4 of this year. Pretty well articulated, 30 points of articulation. Let's see here. So at first, I didn't realize what they were referring to, but the Dragon Lady. So the U2 Dragon Lady is the name of a plane, right? And this is usually what the suits that the pilots wear in that plane. So this one in particular, this is the suit for the Dragon Lady. I don't know. Aside from that, I don't know if this is based on any other movie. I was thinking Interstellar, but I looked and I didn't see anyone who wore this. So I think this is probably just a generic person. But correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's generic.
Right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that.
So this is, let's see here. So like I said, DamToys, so they're using a Dam 3.5 action body is what they're saying here. So that's it for those of you who are familiar or curious on what type of body. Two, let's see, was it two, just a pair of hands, just the ones that comes with here, the full pressure suit, as you can see. The oxygen ventilating unit, the tube and the hose, a pen. This is cool too. So it comes with a 1-to-1 full size, a Dragon Lady patch and a Skunkworks patch, which I thought was pretty cool. Let me see if we can find some photos of here. Here's this toothpaste that is, or whatever this tube. Let me see what this is. A food tube. That's what it is. This food tube here that is squeezing. Yeah, I don't recognize this head sculpt at all. Oh, here are the patches, the Skunkworks and the U2 Drag. So these are actually 1-to-1, meaning like you can use these if you wanted to. So I thought that was cool that this came with it. Let's see here. So there's that, and then the other one, like I said, here's the Blackbird test pilot for the SR-71 Blackbird. Again, it looks like a similar suit that those pilots who actually pilot that plane wear. This kind of looks like it's supposed to be, well, inspired by, I should say, Matthew McConaughey, but I don't know. Again, I think it might just be generic, or if it's like loosely based on him. I don't know. It's probably just a coincidence too. So either way, like I say, I don't know what do you guys think.
I'm a sucker for astronauts. I wish this was 2001: A Space Odyssey. I need those figures in 6 scale. I need them in the worst way. But I will definitely vouch for the company. Same company that did probably close to my favorite figure that I own, and that's this Wandering Earth.
Oh, enhancing.
Incredible. Absolutely stunning.
Wow. Yeah. You got that on a deal also, right? From
I believe it or not, I got a killer deal off a Sideshow, and right. I got it for under 200. If you shop around and look for this guy right now, he's still going for anywhere between 350 to 4 in some cases. You can't, but if you can find him for 2.5, I jump on this guy. The detail. Can you just up it one more time?
Yep.
I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. Look at this is monstrous, man.
That is awesome.
Monstrous.
All those cables and hoses.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
I can vouch for the company itself. They do some incredible stuff.
That's DamToys also?
DamToys.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, here are all the accessories that come with the Blackbird pilot here. 2 food tubes, this bottle, this drinking bottle, the gloves, the pans, and this little notepad book here. What is this? Another pouch that it comes with. Here's a stand. It's just a crotch grabber, crotch holder. It's pretty basic. Nothing too exotic. Let me go back here to the Dragon Lady. Kind of similar. Again, all just different color. Similar accessories. Similar stand. Just a different color scheme. So yeah. Again, 172 on the lower end USD to 415 USD if you're interested. Links are in the description below. Anyone else got any thoughts on these figures and these pilots? No, all right. Going on to the... What's that, Moose?
Trying to buy from Oz. You know, it's too expensive with the conversion rate, whatever. But you know, I don't think I'll be getting these because I already have the Martian. I don't need it again. And this is not based upon any IP, even though DamToys is great. I swear to God, all these companies, one company making them with all these different names. You know?
Yeah.
There's only one company in China making this stuff. You know. Even though it looks,
it's kind of hard.
It looks nice.
Well, maybe not one, but it's not a whole lot. Yeah, there are a lot of masquerading on it.
Yeah,
well,
it's hard to tell too. You go on. Go ahead, Moose.
DamToys is making that one that looks, the Captain Barbosa figure. You know, they've already had one by CL Customs. You know, Michael's favorite company, but you know the DamToys has an alias. I think it's Vivra. I forget the name of that company, but it's supposedly DamToys making a figure that Captain Barbosa because they couldn't get the license from Disney. Obviously, they're not gonna Hot Toys isn't gonna allow it. So
yeah, they have DamToys has quite a few figures. So I'm sure if you Google them, you'll see a lot.
Oh yeah,
they have that Gangsters Kingdom line.
Yeah.
Which is some of them pretty cool, a little more like animated. Go ahead.
I got that the Matt Damon Martian, but it wasn't this stuff. It wasn't DamToys. It looks just the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. That's right. Yep. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go, Jay. I'm gonna be going because it's about this time.
Okay.
I try to get. I got to kick myself up trying to send you a message in the chat, but I screwed that up.
Oh, that's all good. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take it on because I can feel my head bobbing.
Hey, you know when it's your time. It's all good, man. It's all good. Thanks for joining us as long as you did.
Thanks for letting me join for a little while there. Good night, guys. Michael, Jay. All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, buddy.
All right, later, Moose. Have a good night, man.
See you Friday morning, my friend.
Yep.
Right.
All right. Let me address the chat here, and we got the movie canon in the house. Gio, what is up, my guy? Another friend of the channel. Be sure to check out his channel if you haven't already. You can find the link to his channel in my friends of the channel section. His Moose is asleep. Yeah, I think I didn't notice, but it looks like you guys did. And he noticed, he caught it himself too. So he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for coming through, Gio. Hopefully doing well, my friend.
It's too late though. He's already a member of the Sleepers Club. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, you got him. It's all caught on film, caught on video. A collector's figure. If you haven't already caught it, I'm sure you can go back and catch him there, along with another guy here, Mr. Bubble. He's caught in the act.
Yeah,
also.
you'll find me sleeping there any.
Yeah. Trimble just saying DamToys is a sub of Goddamn Figures, who's owned by Holy Hell Plastics, subsidiaries,
Blasphemy.
As being saying that yellow suit is a real life suit. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was mentioning earlier. I think from what I was saying that these are the suits that the actual pilots of these planes wear, because I wasn't sure if this was a part of some movie or something. So when I was kind of googling and seeing what this was in reference to, I just saw a lot of pilots. There is a, I think it's like a documentary or some sort of movie that is called, I think it's called Dragon Lady. And it's about one of the pilots. I guess he was trying to be a pilot for this plane. I didn't see it. I just, when I was doing my research, I kind of saw it and it came across my search. So I think I might check that out. It was, I think it's on YouTube or something. I can't remember, but it looked interesting. But yeah, real life suit of this for these pilots here, for these types of planes. But all right,
DamToys would be perfect to do 2001: A Space Odyssey. It'd be perfect.
They've done figures like this before, right? Where just either pilots, astronauts, or military type figures.
Well, like I said, Wandering Earth.
When you got there, yep. There you go. Yeah.
I mean, and they got a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And they also, because what you guys are talking about, only a few companies do all of this stuff. Because if you notice, there are a lot of these companies do work together, like the Bowie, the Marley, and one other figure is a collaboration of Winch C and So Toys.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I think
a lot of companies work collabs. Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of
collaboration. Because they know each other. I'll contract with you. You make some money. Okay, come on over here. I'll contract you for this. That's what they're doing. They're just jumping around, working with different people.
Yeah, it's kind of, and sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. You even go on eBay and you look at for similar figures. Like if you're looking for like a particular figure and you go on eBay and you type it in, and a lot of the they're all like shipping. A lot of them are shipping from China, right? So it's kind of like, is this just like another factory remaking it, or is it the same, or what's going on here? So it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, just be careful out there when you're buying something from eBay, from China, I should say.
Well, I can't buy anything from China anymore because I don't know if I'm going to get slapped with a tariff. I want to continue shopping with some of the companies there.
Yeah.
So it's keeping me kind of handcuffed because I don't know.
Yeah. That goes for all these companies too, right? They still have that tariff in place.
Yeah. So I'm afraid.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else got any thoughts on these DamToys pilots before we go on to the next one? Nope. All right, here we go. Shrinking down in scale, going from 1/6 to 1/8, and this is right up X-Men's alley here. So I'm sure you'll know about this one. We have the Mondo Spike from Cowboy Bebop, and this is what I was mentioning earlier. This kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if Mondo has done any 1/8 figures prior, but it's kind of a weird choice for them to go to this scale. But
what is 1/8? What is 1/8?
In inches?
How many inches is that?
So it's
just slightly smaller than a Hot Toy, honestly.
Yeah. For this figure specifically, this is 10 inches. Is what it said in the description.
That is an odd height.
So like X-Men was saying, it is an odd height, right? So there's two versions. There's a standard version and a limited variant. The standard is 140 USD. The limited variant is 155 USD. However, the limited variant is limited, like I was saying, to 1,000 units. But last I looked earlier today, it was still available. So we're still right. That's kind of interesting.
Moving.
So, not moving at all. Yeah. So what we are looking at here is the limited variant, right? So this has the standard has all the same accessories, but you can see here in the photo the exclusive accessories are what come with the limited variant. So both versions are going to have the standard portrait, the alternate goggles / glasses portrait, and a smoking portrait, 3 pairs of hands. Let's see here. The swordfish zip craft key. I've never seen this anime, so some of you might know what that is. I don't. X-Men, you can probably enlighten me here in a minute. Meat skewer is pistol. His net bazooka with the fabric strap, which is kind of cool. It is not plastic, it's a fabric strap. The flamethrower with the fabric strap. And a figure stand, which isn't pictured. So that comes in both versions. The exclusive version is going to come with 2 additional portraits, the Bloody Portrait and the Zeros Portrait, or Head Sculpt, I should say. I'm not sure what the Zeros was referring to. but he also includes a left hand holding Ein. I want to say that's probably the dog there, or that
Yeah, that's
animal,
the
whatever
dog.
that is. Okay, gotcha. And then a pointing right hand, and then a posable fabric trench coat, meaning it's going to have a wire in it. So I don't, like I said, I haven't seen this, so I'm not. I don't know anything about this, but I will say this looks cool. So with that, I'll go and turn to X-Man. Go ahead and enlighten me, because I know this is a figure that you grabbed, right?
Yeah, me too, X-Man. Is this your kind of thing here?
Yeah, I like Cowboy Bebop a lot. I've seen the series twice. It's been a while, so I don't remember all the references. The cat on the head, that's kind of a deep cut, I think. So I don't remember what the hell was going on with that guy. But this is all. I watched the Toy Talk, what they did when this went up, and they were talking about the reason they did 8 scale.
Okay.
Is because they were seeing that a lot of. They said that they were seeing a lot of anime figures on the market were in that scale. I'm like, well, I don't really do anime figures, so I don't know. But I definitely wanted to get these guys. It's with the whole tariff thing and everything, because it is 150-ish.
Yeah, man, it's just a bummer.
Well, the thing is, after shipping and all that, when they factor everything in, it's like $200. It's a lot, but I'm like, well, I want it. So and I know they're gonna make the rest of the crew, as long as You
think?
That's what they do.
Oh, okay. So they're known to at least.
That's their track record. Is usually they go deep in lines too.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So as long as nothing crazy happens with this, I imagine they will.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it does. Right. Yeah.
He does look cool.
Yeah,
I want to get him and the whole crew, man.
Hopefully, they do make the whole crew. But I'm surprised you were saying that they said that they see a lot of anime figures in 1/8. Because I'm kind of what Trimble's here saying is like, really anime in 1/8 scale? Because I collect. You guys know me, like.
Yeah. I've never. I don't collect, but I don't hear of 1/8 hardly ever.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah, I thought there were
other IPs.
So rare.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard. I mean, unless I'm just something that's beyond me, but I've never heard of any other anime figures.
I mean,
in 1/8 scale.
Yeah, I mean that's
an odd scale.
It is an odd scale.
Like, isn't Fan Home doing that one? They're doing the John Wick car in 8th scale, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what S Beam's saying here. Yeah, he will fit in the Fan Home John Wick car.
Yeah, there you go. Like, that's such a weird scale.
It is odd. But I mean, if they're correct about it, I can understand why they want to be able for people to purchase that and pair it up with other anime IPs. So that's a smart move. But I don't know what they did their research, because, like you're saying, Fiji, you're a collector of it, and you don't see 8th anywhere hardly. 1/8.
At least with the stuff I collect. But yeah, let me know here in the chat or in the comments if there's anything else. If you know what Wando's referring to with the other anime figures that are in 1/8 scale, because maybe it's just something that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Not something that I collect. But yeah, I haven't seen, even just like the stuff I do collect, when I go and research it or look up other figures, I don't see anything in that scale. So maybe I'm missing something.
So this is
larger, though.
So is this a collab too, or is this a Mondo figure? Is this Crunchyroll? Who is this?
So
I don't know if they're collabing with anybody, but
it says Mondo at the bottom. So is this from Mondo? This is a Mondo figure?
Yeah, this is Mondo.
Yeah, I think Crunchyroll owns the IP.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure about that.
But Mondo's the manufacturer of this figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do people give Mondo? Well, some people give Mondo such hell.
Because they don't like the joints. The one big complaint that I always see from people is it's just a giant Marvel Legends. Oh, okay.
Because some of the figures that I see look really dope.
They do.
Yeah.
Like the X-Men line is. I always harp on this. It's a great line. And they have joints just like the Marvel Legends. But I'm sorry, Marvel Legends are trash.
Yes, thank you.
Marvel Legends are trash for their paint apps. They don't put the care into making them. And something like Mondo is that shit looks really actually good.
Yeah.
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 Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. Like I can't buy like a lot of smaller figures because I don't like the lack of care that goes into them. I don't like the mold nubs. I don't like the weird paint stuff going on. You know, that's
the
not
the lack of accessories is mine. It kills me too. The lack of accessories.
Oh, there's that too. Yeah. But like, I love what Mondo is doing all around with their figure design and the way they make them. And Alex Brewer, the guy who did the sculpting for the X-Men stuff, is also sculpting this line, and he's just really friggin' good at what he does. And he makes beautiful figures.
Yeah, I will say they are. I think they are overpriced. Also, that's another complaint. It's just like they are higher priced for what they are. You do get a lot of accessories, though. I will say that, but yeah, I think when you look at the other 1/6 options, not to say that the other companies are making like certain figures like this or the X-Men animated series in that scale, but just 1/6 scale figures in general, kind of like relative to those, they are a little overpriced there. So
yeah, in the interest of being fair, I should say, because once the tariff thing started happening, I did start to see a bit of a shift in what Mondo was doing with their pricing. Like,
yeah.
So, for instance, the first figure, or at least the first X-Men figure to be, announced after the tariffs went into place, was Nightcrawler, and and he was, standard, X-Men figure price for them. And they put out an email talking about how they're gonna, have the tariff fees, and everyone was doing that, and that's what it is. But one thing about it is they added a shipping, and they don't normally do shipping for a lot of their figures.
Right.
Like, I've not had shipping for one X-Men figure, and I've got like 10 of them. And for Nightcrawler, they added shipping on to a tariff fee, so it ended up being like around $300 just about.
I remember that. And
a lot of people were pissed about that, and I think
fuming.
I emailed them myself. I was like, hey, what is this? Why is this the one figure that has shipping when it just happens to be the tariff thing, right? Like, if you're going to charge people extra because of tariffs, well, just tell us that. Don't make up some weird shit about shipping.
Yeah.
So I will say, it's like, they're doing that with a lot of stuff now, it seems like. And I get the argument against that. I'm still going to go in with it because I'm in on the X-Men line, and I'm going to get this. I would love to get all their stuff, but space and money. But I do get concerned about practices like that in times like this.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Causing issues with lines. Like, I do worry that certain lines might fold because of that. And you are seeing now where, like, this right here, this guy, if it was last year at this time, he would have been sold out already.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I was upset about that also. Yeah, because so they charge you shipping for this also? Are they still charging shipping?
Oh yeah, shipping and tariff fee. I'm like, well, that's just the price for entry, man.
Yep. Yeah, the Nightcrawler thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, go ahead, Feed.
No, I was gonna say, I was go back to that Nightcrawler thing. I was upset by that too, because I remember that. I was tempted to buy it, and I added it to cart, and I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, tariff fee. The shipping though was extra crazy because that was higher than normal. Like, it was like $30-something, and I even said in our chat that I don't even get paid that charge that much for shipping for like a Hot Toys figure from like somewhere else, like somewhere in like the Midwest or just Central U.S. And so I was like, "What the hell is this all about?" And then you said you don't get taxed, but then us being in California, we get charged tax. So it just added to that figure, and I'm like, you know what, I'm out. And then other people were having all the comments were just all pissed off, saying the same thing.
Yeah, that's weird. So, I didn't realize that it was like that for different states. Because over here, normally, I don't get charged shipping for a Mondo thing.
Yeah.
And the tax is never. That's so odd to me, the whole tax of it, But yeah, even still, it's ended up costing more than, honestly, it probably should because of that. But also, they didn't do a toy talk either on Nightcrawler, which was unique, because they always do a toy talk, a live stream, where they talk about the figures that are being released. And they didn't do that with Nightcrawler, and I'm like, well, yeah, because y'all are gonna hear it.
Yeah,
y'all go live right now.
Yeah. So, what were you gonna say, Michael?
It wasn't important. I don't even remember.
Okay. Yeah. This does look good, though. I will say, yes, this does look good. But like I said, I've never seen the anime, so it was just gonna be a pass for me. And plus, like the scale, and I do see here, Beam was mentioning. Yeah, Beam's right. There's a lot of 1/8 statues of anime, but not actual figures. Yeah, I have seen. You're right. I have seen those. Yeah, but they haven't.
I remember. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. Yeah, I haven't seen any action figures 1/8 scale, but just statues. But go ahead.
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Actually, this whole tariff thing is really doing me a favor. It really is saving me money. I'm fine. I mean, I'm finding now. I'm just, and yeah, not to mention on top of it, I've acquired an additional monthly expense that I have to take on. So it's making my 6-scale figure purchasing much slimmer and more focused. Because I just can't do it as often as I like to anymore. But not getting out of it. It's just that it's really got to talk to me. Really got to talk to me. The other good thing about it, though, for me personally, and because I have the patience of a tortoise, a lot of these stuff, like you're saying, X-Men, like this thing would have been sold out long ago. Like for me, long as figures, stay stocked in these warehouses, the better chance I'm going to get great discounts a year later. So they're doing me a favor.
Yep, like your Wandering Earth figure there.
It's doing me a favor.
There you go. All right, anyone else got any more thoughts on the Mondo Spike from Cowboy Bebop, 1/8 scale? Really go 10 inches. All right. If not, now going on even smaller. So going down from 1/8, that was the only 1/8 scale figure we're talking about, to 1/12. Here we go.
First up on the size.
Yeah, on the 1/12 side, we have Inart coming back making its way on the stream here. This is the Sun Wukong from the game Black Myth Wukong. So there are two versions they have. There's a standard version and the premium version. Standard version, which I have up here on the screen, is $7 USD. The premium, which I'll bring up here, is $86 USD, and that's per the Inart website. So again, shop around. It might, it's usually more, it's less expensive if you buy direct from them, and this is available worldwide, so they have the license worldwide for this.
No tariff on this one. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, there's not? Oh, okay, that one I didn't catch.
No, there's not. There shouldn't be.
Okay. That price is direct from their site, which is what I have linked in the description below. But if you go to other sites, it may be more. So just keep that in mind. But I just wanted to reference the price from their site. So this is first batch is what they say is shipping Q4 of this year. So that's the first batch, depending on when you pay up front. They do have a note on their site for this figure saying that those who pay the full amount, first come first serve, basically will get priority on that. So I don't know if it's like they have options on their site where you can pay if you want to put a deposit or pay up front. So I think that's what they're referring to there.
I'm sorry. Can you clarify what's the difference between paying up front and?
They're just saying the first batch of this figure is going to be shipping Q4 of this year. So just kind of basically what they've been doing. I think that's like the same practice they've been doing, right? Like they have first batches of their figures that go out to those who pay
full.
Oh, yeah, okay. Pay full. Yeah. Standing again, Inart's kind of weird about their heights. They usually include the base in their heights. For some reason I can't find just the figure height, but the height with the figure, including the base, is 6.3 inches. This is 12 scale, like I said, so 16 centimeters. So I guess, we'll say that the figure is about 12 scale, like 6 inches here. So both the deluxe and the standard and the premium versions come with a masked head, 7 pairs of hands, his staff, his incense trail talisman that we can kind of see there, a gourd. some pellets, and a base, that plastic base with a stand. So that's included in both. The premium version also comes with a unmasked head sculpt, an extended staff, and then 2 staff effect pieces here. And you can basically just see here on the left, all this stuff here on the left is what's included in the premium version. So we can go back right here. You can just see the figure with just a mask sculpt and everything on the right. And then the premium still comes with everything on the right, plus this stuff on the left. So give you a visual. That's what you get there. It's a $16 difference on Inart's website. So just an FYI, if you want to compare those two. This one, yeah, man. Cheaper? The premium is $16 more. Well, yeah, either way, more expensive or cheaper, depending if you're looking at the standard versus the premium. $16 difference between the two.
Oh, okay.
USD, yeah. So yeah, this one, you guys know me. I'm a fan of Wukong. I had other versions from Four Horsemen, from Noda Studios, from whoever else did one of your Fury Toys. This one, yeah, I was on the fence. I was already on the fence with the 6 scale one, that the Sage armor, that the one was all that we've covered before. I was on the fence with that one, but then I saw this come along. I'm like, okay, this was an no-brainer for me. So this is the bronze armor. I forgot to add, this is the bronze armor set. And then, yeah, we'll look at some more photos here. This is, oh man, just a detail on this one. And this is, to X-Men's point, like on the previous figure lowdown, I think we covered the smaller, like, warthog. I think it's a warthog.
Yes, yeah, that little, yeah, right. The little, yeah, I know you're talking
about what his name is.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, so
it's got the tusk.
Yeah, the tusk. Yeah, so that was the first figure from this line, and the next one was like, well, why the hell did they release that? Not Wukong, and they were like, yeah, it is kind of weird. But then, yeah, not shortly after, here you go, he's right here. He was teasing some of those photos too, but yeah, so we finally get him now, and yeah, just as kind of similar to that figure, that Zhu Baijie. The detail and the sculpt on this one is just awesome. And of course, it's Inart, right? So they're doing their thing. This was amazing. Like I said, I already got this locked in. Looking forward to getting this one. This is super cool, man. Just the different options here. The mask and the unmasked. I ended up going with the premium just because that unmasked stuff looks awesome. But I'll turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think about this Wukong 12 scale from
This is good 12 scale stuff.
Yep.
Like I said before about like a lot of 12 scale, not having the care in the art of making it. That's not the case here. Like that Batman they put out, that was fantastic. And at the price, even more fantastic. Like I was saying, like you're getting stuff from other companies that's at the same scale that's even more costly, that isn't as well made. And that's insane that these guys are doing what they're doing at the prices they've been showing us so far. I don't know if that's going to change it all, but this is the way to do 12 scale right here. This is the way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree, man. This looks awesome.
Actually, it's interesting that you should bring this up. This is actually my replacement, at least for the time being, for 6 scales that I don't get. One, because it's a premium company, and to be able to own anything in art, be it 6 scale or 12, to me is a given. Especially like X-Man is saying, which really has surprised me too. But I don't think prices are going to change, because when you look at it, they're throwing us these prices as we're going through the stuff. Instead, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they started pricing this thing out when they knew all of this stuff was going to be happening anyway. So they could have went high if they wanted to, but they decided to go ahead and bring it out at this level. Now they could later down the road creepily start to increase their prices, but until they do, it's a no-brainer. For me, no-brainer.
So you're picking this up?
Oh, dude, my goal. I don't know if I'm going to pick up every Inart 12 scale, but my goal is to pick up several, and and I've said this before, it's going to have its own display portion in my display. No other 12 scale is going to be sitting with it. It's going to be an elite line It's my replacement for crappy Marvel Legends, which I stopped buying. But it's much more upscale. This articulation is legendary. So yeah, I'm all in for an Inart 12 scale little line that I'm going to be collecting. The price is I can't. I better do it like you say, X-Man. I better do it now, man, while I can. I can't believe that what you're letting stuff out at. So yeah. I don't know about this one in particular. Oh, okay. But there are definitely several down my. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's maybe for you, X-Men. Did you say you were picking this up or?
No, I think Wukong is interesting. It's not really a thing that I'm into.
I see.
But I think it's a fantastic figure. Him and the little pig guy.
Yeah.
I was very tempted to get that Batman. I don't have anything from the Dark Knight trilogy at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very tempted by that Batman because that's a better looking Batman than a lot of what Hot Toys has put up. Larger scale. Ain't that crazy?
Well, the crazy thing about it is there are people that are saying that head sculpt looks better than 6 scale.
Oh, really? Wow.
The 12 scale Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Looks better than most 6 scale head sculpts. It's supposed to be unreal. So.
I mean, the fact that there's a comparison at all between those two scales, that tells you how good these are.
Yep.
So I'm very excited to see what they do going forward. Like, I hope they get more IPs because there are certain things that I will pick up. So far, they haven't hit too much that's tickled my fancy. Like, I'm very tempted to get that Cavill that they put up. I'm still thinking about that really hard. I may do it. I may get it this week. I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it because I want him.
Yeah, that Cavill has become a darling.
Yeah.
Collective.
But yeah, I'm very interested to see what they do with their 12 scale line because it looks really good.
Yep.
They showed several others at the Tokyo Con, I think it was, or a couple other WonderCon, I think it was. They look so dope, man. They look dope. Oh, and they got Bruce Lee coming.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
I'm yeah.
All over that. I'm all over that.
Could you imagine having a Bruce Lee fighting Wukong?
That would be cool. That would
be epic as hell. That may make me rethink it.
That would be an awesome display. Yeah, and we mentioned this before when we were talking about that Zhu by G figure. Looking forward to their that Batman. I always keep forgetting that line, that dark metal, or what is it?
Oh Dark Knight's metal.
Dark Knight's metal. Yeah, that line.
Yeah,
looking forward to that one as well. And this is Bruce Lee. Yeah, they have some stuff coming. And that's the stuff we know about. Maybe they might pull something like they did with the Inart, the latest Superman, and like drop something in 112 that we don't know about. Yeah, that was a shocker.
Hell out of me.
Yeah, out of nowhere, man. Out of left
field. I think people are underestimating it. People are talking about how slow they are, but secretly, I think they've got it ramped up. There's no way they should have came out with that Superman like they did so quickly. Yeah, so it looks like they're really getting up to speed. Hopefully this year we're going to start seeing them pump them even fast. Well, they're starting to get these 12 scales pumped out. So
yeah.
So this is pop out of Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, waiting for that one too. Yeah, this is their third 12 scale figure here that they have put up so far. You guys mentioned the Christian Bale from the Dark Knight trilogy, that Zhu by G that I mentioned, and then this Sun Wukong here from Black Man's Wukong is their third 12 scale. But let me address the chat here before we go on. We have P-Rockzilla in the house. What is up, my guy? Thank you for coming through, P-Rock. He's saying, I'm tempted in these scales. I don't mind getting different versions of the suit. Yeah, man. I'm surprised you didn't already pull the trigger on this one. I figured this was something you would have bought, because I think you're a fan of the game also, if I'm not mistaken. Or I think you picked this up.
I didn't know. I didn't know this was dropping. Cool.
Yeah, this was teased when we covered that previous figure there.
And when is the date for release?
This is so again. First batch is scheduled as of now to ship Q4 of this year, so towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Trimble Dust here says, I say again, people, their Dark Knight metal line may slap hard. Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that one because, like Michael was saying here, what we saw at that one of those events. I don't know if it was like Wonderfest in Shanghai or
WonderCon. I think it was where they showed.
Or WonderCon. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, they just
couple of them, you know.
Yeah, they showed them at a couple of them. They look good, man, including Bruce Lee. Yep. As being saying, you're an elite line yourself, Mike.
Well, thank you, Fearless Sweeter. That's very kind of you to say.
Yeah. Inart, Trimble is saying, Inart, stop bullshitting. Green Hornet and Kato, do it. Do it.
In the worst
That'd
way.
That'd be crazy.
In the worst way.
Yeah, you'll probably only sell 10.
And then Jazz Inc. does Black Beauty.
Bro.
Is that the car? What is Black Beauty?
Yeah, that's the car, yeah.
X-Man,
okay.
Keep it down, X-Man. Keep it down.
Keep it down.
Trying to get me, bro.
Yeah, Mike will just be living vicariously through others.
Give me a Bruce Lee.
I got a feeling if they did a Black Beauty, I might actually reach deep and go Jazz Inc.
No way. Oh, man.
Bro.
You heard it here first. You heard it on tape.
Yost, do it.
You have no idea what Green Hornet means to me.
Oh, there we go, folks. You heard it here. That's famous words. Someone who doesn't... I don't think you have any 1/6 vehicles, right? No, I know you have McFarlane vehicles, but I don't think you have any.
No.
Oh, there you go. Oh man, that's a big deal. There you go, Yost.
Yost, talk to Warner Brothers.
Yeah, make it happen. Do it.
No, I don't. Wait a minute. I got something here in the box that I know I was able to get a 6. Nah, I don't have it. No.
Trimble Yost said in the past he has interest in making Black Beauty.
He has had interest. Oh, dude.
Yeah. He's had interest. So
maybe he can do figures now, so hey, we could get a 60s friggin', Green Hornet and Kato to go with Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Good job, Kato. Way to go, Kato. I always think back to that one of another movies that I love watching, that Dragon the Bruce Lee story. Yeah. When they were doing that one scene where he was filming Kato, and then he came in and just showed he kind of went and did his own thing and did his own stunts, and the guy who's playing Green Hornet was just telling him like, "Good job, Kato. Way to go, Kato." He was just looking around as Bruce Lee was going out breaking everything. That was funny. It was a cool movie.
Van Williams was the name of the Green Hornet.
Van Williams. Yeah.
The actor?
Van Williams' character was Britt Reed, which sounds like, a Bruce Wayne kind of Britt Reed.
Yeah, Rick Reed.
Very artistic.
All right, anyone else got anything else on any other thoughts or on Inart Wukong here? Lost my train of thought. If not, we're not done with Wukong. This is just Inart. There is another one for all of you who aren't familiar with the game or prefer a different iteration of Wukong. We have one from AceFigures here. So this is AceFigz. AceFigz. This is also Sun Wukong. They also have multiple versions here. So there's a standard and a deluxe. The standard is what we're looking at here on the screen. That goes from $70 to $80 USD. The deluxe, which we have here, goes between $80 to $100 USD.
That's nice.
Stands at 6.9 inches, so a little bit taller, just under 7 inches, 17.5 centimeters. Also set to come out Q4 of this year. So both the standard and the deluxe come with the 2 head sculpts, a common and a furious or yelling head sculpt, 6 interchangeable hands, crown, and his staff. Let me zoom in here. Let me go back. So this is what you get in both versions here. His crown here with the feathers that looks to be plastic, and then his yelling sculpt. 2, 4, 6 hands here. Here's his kind of more calm. And then the deluxe, you get this base with this banner, and then this sword, and then you got a mask sculpt here. Let me zoom in a little more. We'll look at some photos also with the mask sculpt. But so again, standard $70 to $80 USD, deluxe $80 to $100 USD, depending on where you get it from. Make sure I got. Oh, and he also comes with in the deluxe also. So in addition to the additional mask head sculpt, the sword, the war banner, and the platform, you also get a pointing left hand, and we'll see a photo. There's a photo of that too, so you can kind of see it here. But there's a photo that will show him pointing. But let me go through some photos here. This has more of like a little more kind of animated type of look, like it's based on something animated. I don't know exactly if this is their own interpretation or if this is based on some other source material that I'm not familiar with. But for those of you who are looking more for like a cartoony look, this kind of meets that that aesthetic there. But I don't know, what do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
Surprisingly, the detail is damn good.
Yeah, right? I noticed that also. Yeah.
You can. This is a direct result of Inart coming into the game. I'm pretty sure of it, because nobody was even attempting to get that detailed at one time. So there's definitely the stakes are being raised. Once again, I wouldn't get it personally, but artistically, I mean, I don't see where it's too far. This sounds crazy, but other than the head sculpt, I mean, this looks very much like an Inart.
Yeah, and I just realized I had a slide that was going to compare the two, and here it is. I just put it later in the. Speaking of, let me go through some more of these photos here for this one, then I'll throw up the comparison slide. But I think so.
Good, man.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. The detail in this one looks awesome, especially on his weapons. Look at the detail on his sword right here on the blade. That looks awesome. I just personally don't care for the aesthetic of the face sculpt, the more animated version, like I was saying.
I agree with you on that respect, but with the mask on, that's dope. Yeah.
Is the
that's
pants,
dope. That's cool.
Do the pants look more plasticky on this one?
Yeah.
Than they do on the Inart?
Yeah, that's a.
I'm trying to remember how they look on the Inart, because
actually a fail to me. They should have used soft goods.
Yeah. There's no soft goods on this one. Yeah, for
sure.
That would really set this figure off.
If it
had regular pants.
Now that you bring it up, if you wanna compete at that high end, that would have been better if it was soft goods.
Yeah. It does come with more though, so it's.
But once again, hats off. I mean, this is.
Toe articulation, yeah. But Inart had toe articulation.
They both look really good, though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Just a different aesthetic. And to P-Rock's point here, P-Rock saying, I don't think this one is based on the video game. No, I don't think it is either. They didn't mention anything. It's just another iteration of Wukong that this company seems to have done. He's saying, I don't recall ever using a sword in the game. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think this is probably just their interpretation, because, Wukong is just public domain, so anybody can... do a figure based on that. So even Trimble Dust also saying now this is more from the standing mythology Wukong. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So Wukong is public domain?
Yeah, it's based on the story Journey to the West, which is
over 100 years
based
old.
on Chinese mythology.
Chinese,
right? Yeah, it's Chinese
of course.
mythology.
What am I thinking? Of course, mythology. You can't fatten that or copyright it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Just like the Greek mythology and the characters.
Right.
There, yeah.
I didn't know until recently that Goku was like inspired by Wukong.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like how they added with that, they even added that whole like ape aspect where he had at one point he had a tail, or some of the other Saiyans have a tail, and then
the telescoping pole and everything else.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. When I found that too, I was like, oh damn, that it all makes sense now. But yes, so comparing the two. Speaking of comparing, talking Inart versus this one here, I put this slide together just for those who are interested. So you have Inart here on the left and this AceFigz on the right. So this is the unmasked versions here. Yeah, different aesthetics. You're right though. The Inart one does have the fabric cloth goods, which I believe is wired, and I didn't either I missed that in the description or it didn't mention it, but yeah, he does have cloth goods. Let me see here. Let me double check. Yeah, I don't see it in the description here. Cloth goods, like a robe overlay, and this is the one on the right. The AceFigz is just all plastic. But again, the one on the left is based on the game, the character of Wukong, the version of Wukong from the game, and the one is just kind of more like a general interpretation here. So there's that, the unmasked, and then here are the masked versions, different, similar mask styles, but they are different colorations.
I dig that Inart one though, man. That Inart.
Yeah, I'm digging that one also. Yep.
More almost stealth-like, almost like at night.
Yeah.
Ninja,
yeah, like a ninja. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
He is pretty sick.
The one on the right though is more intimidating. When you do look at the mask and his yelling sculpt here. Let me go back to
that yelling one where it's red. Yeah, man. Tell you, man, he did a good job.
Yeah, he looks possessed right here, man. This looks kind of scary.
No, that's a good skull.
That's evil. It's like Monkey Shine status. You remember that? You guys remember that movie Monkey Shines from the 80s? I think it was the 80s.
Yeah. Because wasn't the image for the movie the monkey with the symbols?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, Monkey Shine. Yep.
I've been very lazily in the market for a symbol monkey. Just because they're cool.
To find, man.
An evil one or a normal one?
Any kind.
Is there a difference?
I mean, and hopefully you can find a wind-up one. Try and find a wind-up one. You'll have to go to like a Salvation
that would be cool to have just sitting on a shelf.
Yeah. Go to a Salvation Army or Goodwill, you might find one. Yeah, so
under classic Annabelle.
But now this No, but now this one is equal price to the Inart, correct? Or around 70 to 90, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so the standards are about the same price, 70-ish USD around there. And this one has a deluxe that ranges from 80.
Without a doubt, I'm going with the Inart if the prices are the same, because what you're going to get is that new dynamic. See, now, one thing you saw with the Inart that you don't see with these are those really cool dynamic poses. Like, I mean, the Inart, he was getting all the way down like this. And I'm sure these knees are a lot more restrictive than that Inart one. Although that's not bad. But you know something? Believe it or not, I can even get a crappy Marvel Legends to do this. It's not that hard getting poses like this if you know how to work those joints and you know anatomy. Yeah. Those aren't as difficult as you might think. But I thought the Inart poses were. Oh, that is the Inart. That's not the other company.
Yeah, that one's the Inart. I just went back to show.
I thought the Inart. They're posing. We already know the engineering is going to be dope because of that Batman. So I would definitely. There's no doubt in my mind I'd go Inart over this because they already got the rep.
Yeah, some of the articulation looks to be the same. The points of articulation, it's just the range might be different.
That's what I'm talking about, the range.
Okay,
and that's very important.
Yeah, it is. Some of the sculpting on some of this might be hindered by some nature, but so it's no shortage of Wukong figures in 12 scale. Like I said, there's quite a few already that are already out, but I know for all you Wukong fans out there like me, you probably have all of them, if not near all of them. I have one in 6 scale. From I think I mentioned this before, VoidToys. I'm on the fence with the Inart one on 6 scale. It's pretty much I think sold out in a lot of places, or it's just way too high now on some other reselling websites.
Probably. So
but that one just the detail on that one is kind of similar to this. Like that's the Great Sage armor. So that one's still tempting, but we shall see on that one. All right, anyone else got any more thoughts? Yep.
Just real quick, I wonder if. The heights are different, but I wonder if the head sculpts or the hands are interchangeable from that company to Inart.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good point though about the heights. Yeah, like I did mention, this one here is a little bit taller. This is just under 7 inches in the.
But I bet you the head sculpts are about the same size.
Possibly, yeah. I'm not sure.
Unless they have different, attachments. More than likely, Inart's got a different attachment than anybody is using.
Probably, yeah.
They
have their own system.
Yeah. Anything about magnetic bases?
Nope, not in this one. Not in either of them. Actually, I didn't read anything about anything being magnetic. The Inart one did have that plastic stand though.
Yeah,
like a clear plastic stand, and so this one has this base here. Well, the stand or the deluxe has this base here. That's cool. You can put his sword in here.
Like that's nice base.
That is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see here. S-Beam saying, I googled monkey with symbols. After 1,000, you were lazily looking. That's what it said in Google. Let's see here. No, Google Skynet. Oh, I see. Okay. I think he's talking about... Wait, what am I missing here? About just like reading, like hearing what we're talking about? Because I know it looks like Trimble here is talking about Googling and Skynet and listening to what
he's off on one of his tears tonight. What's he doing?
They're listening. All right. Okay, go on to the next one. So we briefly talked about this one, the last figure lowdown. This came up I think that same day, and so we did like a preview, but it wasn't up for pre-order yet. But now this is up for pre-order. This is the Tamashii Nation's SHFiguarts Cyclops from the new Gamerverse line. And so, X-Men, I know you were on that episode as well. You towards the end, we brought this up. So now it's up for pre-order. For sites here in the U.S., $100 USD. It is sold out outside of the U.S. I looked at a bunch of Asian online resellers, and they were just all gone. I was like, damn. And I was like waiting for it too, but I guess it went up while I was asleep here on the West Coast. And so, yeah, man, this thing went quick. It is still available like at Entertainment Earth, BBTS. Like I said, the price here stateside is $100 USD, which is usually the case for Figuarts. They're more expensive here in the States than they are if you were to buy them from some Asian-based online retailer. So So there was a point of contention on this when this first came out. It was when it first went up for pre-order. The height was listed as 14.5 centimeters or 145 millimeters. And, there was a big uproar because that ended up being, under 6 inches. And people were like, what the hell? But then it turns out from what Tamashii Nations was saying, they did end up correcting it, saying it was an error. And so now the height for this figure is 15.5 centimeters or 155 millimeters, which converts to just over 6 inches, like 6.1 inches or close up. I think I rounded up there. So it's more like 12 scale height, which I think is still a little short for Cyclops, but I mean, it's better than what it was before. So this is set to release November to December of this year. So towards the end of this year, we do have an idea of what he comes with. So 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, 2 interchangeable expression parts. So I wonder if that has to do with his facial expressions. I'm not sure, but it has 3 interchangeable. Right? Yeah, we'll look at the photos here again. He does have 3 interchangeable visors. So one of them we can see here is like the pulsing optic blast visor. There's an actual optic blast kind of straight shot visor, and then there's a super optic blast, which we'll see here. And then it says he has 2 types of fixed neck parts, and I try to look in the photos to see if I can catch those, but I couldn't see them. So maybe you guys can help me out and see what they're talking about in the fixed neck parts. And then that big ass optic beam background, so that does include it, right? So we weren't sure if that was going to be included or not, but it is confirmed that's going to be in there. So yeah, here's one of the other optic blast exchangeable visors that he has. It's kind of more of like a straight shot one.
Yeah, and that pose is absolutely horrendous. Who the heck? What kind of stance is that?
That's what he does in the game.
From the game. Yeah, it's one of the stances in the game.
Oh my God!
These are all game poses.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. This one's, like I mentioned last time, this one's not quite there, but I see what they're going for. His head needs to be turned more to the left, but I see that's one of his poses in the game too.
That's a little better.
Yeah, they nailed that one, I think. And here's his 3rd interchangeable visor. This is the super optic blast one they're talking about. Yeah, it has a stand here, but yeah, looking through, I can't see the neck parts. Oh, and here's that backdrop, that paper background. It says paper. It's probably more like a thicker cardboard. Yeah, that is pretty dope.
It's so dumb and simple, but I freaking love it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a way to get around it. Yeah,
there's an idea.
Yeah,
you know why this is so impractical right here?
Why?
It just eats a a gazillion feet of display space.
Yeah.
Because if you put stuff in front of it, there's no reason to even have that. The whole idea.
Well, no, the thing about it is when he does this in the game, you can hit your opponent with this at any, distance. So you could have, like, if they come out with more of these, and that obviously they're going to come out with more of these, you can have, like, 2 or 3 lined up right in front of them, just all getting it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is meant to be. Yeah, he's meant to be shooting at somebody, so you wouldn't have somebody like right in front of it. They would be to I guess in this case to the right of it, right? Like he's shooting it at somebody, like X-Men was saying.
Well, I mean, I understand. I understand. I understand what they're doing. He's obviously shooting forward, though. They would be in front of him, and I hear what you say. You could just place them in front of him because they're also short enough, or his height, where they'll be engulfed in all of that.
Right.
I already got plans for how I'm going to display this guy. I already know what I'm going to do with all of it. I've got plans for figures that ain't even come out yet from this line.
You don't just realize.
I'm not as gaga. It seems like a lot of people are like super gaga over X-Men, like they're the cream of all crop. I'm not a big gaga over X-Men, although, of course, I read them growing up and enjoyed them very much. My favorite X-Man is Cyclops, but I just hate this outfit. Never liked it.
What? Really?
I hate this outfit. Hate it.
Oh, you're more of like the classic with the full head covering, right? The
you like the weird pirate boots.
Anything but this.
Not a fan of
that Jim Lee era Cyclops. I'm all about this.
Yep.
And the MCU just totally dissed Cyclops. I hate how he's represented in the MCU.
But he's not in the MCU.
You're talking about the Fox movies?
I'm sorry, the Fox. Yeah, they
I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
they chumped him out too much. But I had always thought about picking up an SHFiguarts figure, but I just never seem to get around to doing it. I don't know.
Gotcha. Maybe there's just has been one that appealed to you or caught your eye.
I've actually seen stuff that appealed, but just not enough to really just go and pull the trigger.
Same.
This
is the first for me.
Is it?
Yeah,
this will be the first SHFiguarts for me.
Yeah.
You tell me how you like it, dude.
Yeah, I'm with X-Men. This is I'm a fan of the Jim Lee Cyclops design, and so now I see the different face parts. Like he has this open mouth, which is kind of funny, to be honest, because it's just kind of like it's like filled in. It's not hollow.
That bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
I can't not notice that. But
it just looks like it's drawn on.
Yeah, it's part of the aesthetic, so I guess
solid plastic. Yeah, I see what they're going for, but. Yeah,
they did a really good job of announcing this when they did, because Marvel Legends just put out their Gamerverse stuff, and it's fucking garbage. I saw their Psylocke and it pissed me off. Psylocke is one of my favorite X-Men, and in this game, they did certain things, but their Gamerverse figures don't even look like the games. Like they've done a couple of things here and there, but they didn't go all out. This is whole hog right here. This is what I want from a game figure. If they're gonna call it a game figure, do this. Make it actually look the part. Like that Psylocke was. They just friggin' they disrespected my girl so hard, and I'm not into it, man. If I was ever gonna get a Marvel Legend, that would have made me not ever get a Marvel Legend. That's ridiculous how they did that. So I hope SHFiguarts redeems her in this line.
Yeah, same. I'm real quick. I'll touch on that. But, one thought I had on this is I just realized that we were talking about blast somebody else.
You're going digitized there, easy.
Yeah, you're getting digity.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nah, you're
still Robo cutting out.
You're frozen too. You're pixelated and everything. That's right. If you have to bow out, X-Man and I will just go ahead and hijack the show. No problemo.
All right, how about now? Am I still
good?
good?
Yeah, now you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay, yeah, just had to wait.
Y'all crisp again. Yep, you're crisp.
Thank you, sir. I was gonna say here. So one thing I noticed that when we were talking about this is that he only looks like it seems like you can only use it in this direction. Right? He's only shooting from left to right. So I wonder.
Yeah.
That's like a limitation. So I wonder if they reverse it on the other side. That would have been cool if they did do that. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been a good idea.
That would be cool. Somehow I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
But what else is they on the other side, if anything at all? So it would be good.
Yeah, right. It would just
print it on the other side too.
Actually, you can go out and reprint this.
Oh, you know what though? The other side is probably how they prop it up.
You think there's like a foldable back part, like something
I'll bet you that's what they're doing. Yeah. So they probably couldn't print anything on there. Well, unless there's ways they could do it. There's ways.
Unless it was reversible, like you can flip it around the other way, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder how they do have it propped up. I don't know.
But I'm betting it's like how they do a lot of things that are cardboard standy kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you're probably right. It would, man. I hope, because they don't really show a lot of photos for their figures, like from multiple angles. Like there's not even one with all the accessories, and so at least that I found. So I hope they do think of that and they make it face the other direction on the other side. That just would be.
That would be very cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, so you can have it go in both directions. But damn, yeah. To your point about like the articulation, doing other figures justice. One thing I've seen a lot of complaints on this is, and Michael already touched on this, is the articulation, like the points and how it looks. A lot of people aren't a fan of like this crotch area and the thighs and just the overall like how their figure arts cuts are. And I mean, I can kind of I understand that. Yeah, it is weird, but this is how they've been doing their figures for their latest bodies, right? Like their updates, like even their Dragon Ball Z figures are like this too. And some people still say the same thing. So that's just SHFiguarts. That's just their style and how they do engineered their figures. So to me, it doesn't bother me because I'm used to it and seeing on other figures. I've just accepted it because I have a bunch of Dragon Ball figures. And this, I mean, it looks like that to me. But I can see how it bothers some people. It just looks like a thong, basically.
But with this figure, it's not terrible overall.
Yeah.
Like, especially the blue areas, because of the way the blue shines. It kind of hides itself in the musculature and the coloration of everything. But yeah, with the yellow areas, it really does stick out there. But what are you gonna do? You gotta articulate. So
yeah. I know different companies have different aesthetic and different ways that they cover that and have different cuts. So I guess this is just for some reason the way Tamashii Nations decided to approach their figures. But yeah, man. That blue though, just like I know I mentioned this last time, that the paint and the shading and like the wash they put in, it just looks awesome, man. Speaking of the blue and the yellow, it just pops.
Yeah,
it looks good overall. So yeah, definitely looking forward to getting this one, and I'm excited to see what they do next. In addition to whatever other they put in the line, I know one of the questions we had is what game specifically are they referencing for this one? It just says Gamerverse, and I think I saw in a description too somewhere it said Marvel's. Like Marvel's fighting series or Marvel's games or something like that. It didn't reference a specific game, so I wonder if that just means in general, like all the Marvel versus games, or what, or just any other games.
SHFiguarts, they have Capcom license too, right?
I'm trying to think. I don't. There's nothing off the top of my head that they've done with Capcom.
No.
Oh well, Street Fighter, duh. I mean, yeah, like that. That should have been the first thing. They are doing Street Fighter.
So they did X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then they did Marvel versus Capcom.
Right.
And so they could easily like throw out a Chun-Li next. Yeah.
Man, yeah. Can you imagine if they do like an actual like a general Marvel license, right, and not just like the X-Men Marvel, but if they did, like other characters from the Marvel universe, because Marvel vs. Capcom has like 100 characters. I'm exaggerating, but they have like Doom and Venom and Thanos. Can you imagine if they did all those as well? Like
that'd be cool
aside from the X-Men, that would be sick. Captain America, if they had a version of their Captain America, yeah, man. There's just so many characters they can do.
And that's why this is kind of like a hard gamble for me. because I know that there are so many characters they could do.
Yeah.
In this line, and I have no guarantee that they're going to make the ones that I want.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Cyclops is never going to be a top tier character for me. He has earned more respect for me over the years, especially after 97 hit. Like I definitely have a bit more love for Cyclops than I did, 10 years ago. And so I think this is a pretty decent figure to start with. But, I don't know that I assume they're going to make a Wolverine, because why not? Wolverine sells.
Right.
But I don't know that. Like, I don't know they're going to make a Psylocke, which I really want. I don't know they're going to make a Rogue or a Gambit. And they were all in the games. So,
Cable,
we'll see.
Magneto, it's just, I'm curious, man. I'm kind of like looking forward to now to see what else they do. That's what I was saying. I'm a little excited to see what they come up next. Because you're right, it could be anything, and it could be something I don't want. It could be something I do want. I don't know. We shall see. Let me adjust the chat here before we go on. We got joining us. We got Big Rib in the house. What's up, Big Rib? What's up, fellas? He says, "Thank you for coming through, Big Rib." Let's see here. Trimble is saying, and the height is correct. Okay, my concern, don't abandon the line. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're touching on. They're just like, so I wouldn't think they would. They have any line they touch, they seem to go deep in. I mean, like I already mentioned, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Street Fighter, they've done a bunch. What else? They also announced recently, I just saw they're doing Harry Potter figures, and I think they've touched on those before in the past, but they're bringing them back again. There's a couple that they're coming out. One Piece, and so it seems like whatever they at least do a few, right? They've done a lot. So I wouldn't doubt.
What if they did Onslaught?
Oh, that would
just
be
a big ass Onslaught.
That would be badass, man. I didn't even think. I forgot about Onslaught. That would be cool. I don't think I've ever seen any 1/12 version of an Onslaught like that from the game. That would be sick, man.
Oh wow!
Oh man,
I wonder how big
that would be awesome.
He'd have to be big.
Yeah, because he can change his size, right? Can he, like Apocalypse? Can he alter his size?
Basically, yeah. I mean, in the game, I think in the playable version, he's probably like Juggernaut size, maybe. It's been a long time since I played this. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I remember him being that size, and then he got bigger, like in the background, like he was kind of like his head is the size of like maybe two of these figures.
Yeah, so, I remember that. That's right.
But man, that would be so crazy if they made Onslaught. I would buy that.
Yeah, damn, I forgot about that. That's a good call. Trimble us saying we've been needing an alternate to Marvel Legends. MAFEX has been doing a decent job, but more competition, yes sir, is good for us. Yeah, man, I've been getting both of those versions. You know me, just like X-Men. I'm a X-Men fan myself, so all my favorite characters I've been buying in whatever version I could. MAFEX, Sentinel, Marvel Legends, Yamaguchi, whatever I can get. I've been buying them up, so I got all those. Trimble was saying, give us Colossus. Yeah, Colossus would be a good one, like in Chrome, an actual shiny Chrome.
He's my second favorite X-Men.
Colossus.
Who's
it? I love it. Oh man, I couldn't believe it when they actually brought him to human form. I mean, when he came to movie, real life. I was like, damn it, we actually got a real life Colossus. I couldn't believe it. Love it. There are certain characters that have come to life in the movies, man, where I almost cried. The first Avengers movie, man, it was the dream. I couldn't believe as a child I was reading this, and they're real human beings, and the way they did oh my god, I was just blown away at the Avengers movie just to see these characters brought to life. So awesome.
You talking about the MCU Avengers movie, right?
Oh, just to be honest with you, any comic book movie. When I see characters,
anyway. Okay, gotcha.
It could be DC too. When I just see characters that I read about as a kid in real life human form, it just blew me away.
Yep. Same. We got the legend here, Ben Thomas in the house.
Ben!
What's up? Ben Thomas, hey guys, thanks for coming through, Ben Thomas. I know it's late for you, but I appreciate you coming through, good sir. Of course, Let's Get Nuts every Sunday. Well, Sundays when he's able to. Another friend of the channel. Be sure to tune in on those when you can.
I gotta pop back in on there, man, because he needs some reinforcements when it comes to Star Trek.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you would definitely support him in that front. Yeah, I'm sure he would appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, sorry, you guys coming through with a lot of chats here. Sorry if I can't get through them all. We got Valkyrie Magnus in the house. What is up, Valkyrie? Fellow friend of the channel as well. Valkyrie Magnus, hopefully you're doing well, good sir. I know you've had a long day, so hopefully we get you on next time. Have a great show tonight, guys. He says, yeah, thanks, Valkyrie. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Yeah, whoa, there's a lot here. Cyclops, Trimble saying, he's agreeing. Cyclops has always been underrepresented in animation and live action prior to X-Men 97. Yeah, I think we were all in agreements here in the panel that X-Men 97.
He is the true leader.
Yeah, well, they kind of stopped writing him like a douchebag. Is what it was.
Yeah.
That's how he was in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Cyclops is just the straight-laced dork, man. Like, but that guy, he was the cop of the group, and nobody liked him. But yeah.
But prior to that, he got buku respect.
Yeah.
Silver Age, he was incredible.
Like back when he put together the new team of X-Men after the Krakoa thing. Like I remember reading a couple of panels where he was taking on Wolverine, and he was like they were in the thought bubbles talking about like how he's reading everyone's body language and how he's like approaching the fight. And I'm like, you know what? That's pretty cool. That guy. That's why he's the leader of the group. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're starting to do more of that, it seems like, and that's good. Like Cyclops needs to be a leader. He needs to be respected. He needs to be written respectfully, so that way we respect him. I want to respect Cyclops.
Yep.
So yes.
Same. Yeah, I agree, man. They did him justice in the X-Men 97. One of my favorite. So speaking of the X-Men 90s, before we move on, the animated 90s show. One of my favorite episodes, so probably if not the favorite, is the episode where they introduced Iceman. I think it was called just like Enter Iceman. I think it was.
Oh yeah, and X Factor was in there.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that episode. Yeah, X Factor was and Iceman, he was like really good at standing up to Cyclops. And Cyclops was telling Iceman, he was like, "Don't push me, Drake. I push back." Iceman tells him, "Anytime, apple polisher." Right? It was just so funny, man. Their banter, they're just like back and forth. I love that episode. So cool, man. So cool. But yeah, that just reminded me of that when you were talking about Cyclops being a douchebag and just how people just kind of like don't put up with this shit. But all right, going on to the next one. So we got a few more figures here, quite a few actually. So we're trying to go through these real quick. So 12 scale. Sticking with 12 scale, we have the Medicom MAFEX 2-pack. This is the from Terminator 2. This is the T800 and John Connor 2-pack. This recently went up. Let's see here. It's ranging from 121 to 209 USD. So big range there as well. Let's see. Arnold, the T800 is standing about just over 6 inches here. Again, I mentioned the 12 scale. Set to come out April to May of next year, 2026. Let me see here. The T800 comes with 2 alternate head sculpts, some interchangeable hands, a box of roses, if you know that one hallway scene in the mall.
Yeah.
And 2 shotguns. Connor comes with interchangeable hand, backpack, T800 arm and case. You know, the one that he has, and he just throws it on the floor, break it open. So we'll go through some photos here of the.
You're breaking up again.
Yeah, you must be. Are you flying around the rings of Saturn around now? Because there is a disturbance. I know. Look at him. He's looking up.
There. My back.
No, but you look
not quite.
That's a really cool dynamic pose. You look like the Silver Surfer or something. That was cool. Wasn't it cool? The herald. You look like the Herald of Galactus.
How about now? Am I good?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
You're crispy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on.
Can
with those
you hit the one more time? The witness me.
And it goes too. Oh, that's perfect. And it froze.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, that's so cool.
Oh, he's frozen again.
Yeah, and you're frozen in that position. Look at him again. Look at him.
Oh no.
You look like Reed Richards. Hey, Stretcho.
More so than Pedro.
Hey, that ain't half bad. That head sculpt? Not bad.
It was that little girl.
Yeah. That is Joanna Connor. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Am I couldn't okay? Damn it.
Yeah. Anything can happen. Just don't make it strike a pose again or you'll freeze.
Yeah, I know, right? That's probably what's making it bug
stop,
out.
Stop voguing, okay?
Yeah. I'll try not to.
Yeah. That head sculpt, the head sculpt doesn't look bad, man. And the damage one, not too bad,
Yeah. No, it does look pretty good. And if you're thinking you saw this before, you are not wrong because there were two previous versions of the T800, and I'll actually show those here in a second. But this is MAFEX's third version of this, I believe, the T800 from T2. But this one's paired with John Connor, and here's the arm that I was talking about that comes in a case.
That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah, that is neat. Yeah, that's really
Marvel
cool
Legends wouldn't do that.
Yeah. And here's the other accessories I was saying that he comes with. So two versions of the shotgun here. One like with the pumping action, and one closed, the box of roses. And John Connor's backpack. Yep.
Man.
So this will look pretty cool.
Got his gauge. Now here's the fail.
Yeah, cool.
John Connor, the elbow joints and the way it cuts up the jacket. They could have put a joint right there and kept the sleeve consistent. Like her, you can put that little ball in there. Somehow they that's a fail. See where it cuts in on the elbow? Yeah, right here. There's a way they could have done that and had it. Well, on him, it's horrible.
Yeah, he's double jointed in John Connor's single.
Yeah, but you got that indentation there that you could have avoided.
Yep.
By the way, Inart has done that with the Batman.
Did what?
You can't see the joints.
Oh, the joint. Yeah, I forget what that looks like, but
they could have done a better job.
Yeah, maybe they could have had, like you were saying, the sleeve kind of come up and then had like a cut in the sleeve.
I mean, actually, they did her that way. I mean, you can't see why didn't they do him. I don't understand that. Why is his? You got that cut in between, where the elbow is. With her, it's a nice smooth, So whatever.
Who's
this her you're referring to? Who am I missing?
The girl with the dragon tattoo right there.
The one you just had on screen. Are you, dude? Are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Well, you said who are you referring to? I'm referring to. Isn't that?
Who's her? You're saying her. Who's the her? Are you talking about? Are you following X-Men's lead and talking about John Connor?
I think I don't know what.
Yes, and.
Yeah.
I'm confused. What's going on here?
Well, you guys got to realize I'm 3 hours ahead.
Gotcha. No, okay.
He does look very feminine, though. He looks very, very.
Yeah, this one he kind of. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Hey, wait a minute, isn't there a little girl in one of them?
I don't think so.
No, not that I'm.
In one of the Terminators.
A little girl. Maybe in the later ones, I'm not remembering.
Like a child girl? And I don't.
Not the first two.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Were you talking about aliens?
Maybe I don't know what. Whatever.
New?
That head sculpt looks like a girl. So that's a fail right there. That's a fail right there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
If that's supposed to be John, are you kidding me? That's a girl.
Yeah, for 12
that's
scale.
Horrible. Yeah. But so let me get back to what I was saying. The elbow joints, the way they've got it masked on him is correct. They should have done that with Arnie because you have that indentation. See, that looks really bad where the elbows are. Yeah. They should have used that ball. That way they could have had the sleeve smoothly covering all the way through.
That's interesting that they did that. I wonder if that's just like reused from something else.
That's why that makes no sense. They, that they did him like that when they did the other with John Connor. Actually, is more correct, or at least looks better aesthetically. Let's put it that way.
Well, you cut corners where you can.
Yeah, it is a smaller figure. I don't know if MAFEX has done any other characters that small. I can't think of any off the top of my head. And I didn't get the height for him. I couldn't find the height on him, but he's obviously.
I guess I am asking a lot of a 12 scale.
Of MAFEX. Yeah,
although I'm sorry, but Inart is changing the game. They really are changing the game. I'm sorry. You can't have step anymore.
Yep, they may.
A rising tide lifts all boats.
Yep. So I mentioned there's multiple versions of this already, a couple of versions that were released. So again, this is just the 2-pack, the T800, Terminator 2 and John Connor 2-pack. So previously on Terminator. So we got here. I think it looks cool. For John Connor, we don't have too many versions of it in general, like of John Connor. I know NECA did, I think, 1 or 2 iterations of John Connor, and I can't think of anyone else who's done John Connor before. So we don't really see him that much. I know people have been asking for him in 6 scale to pair with the T800.
That would be nice.
I know people are asking for that one. But I think this is gonna be a pass for me because I already got 2 of these 3 here. So these are the previous versions I was talking about here that MAFEX has released. So on the left is this newest one that comes with the 2-pack. This is the number 280. The one here in the middle is number 191. This is the battle damaged one, and then the one on the right was a previous version. That was 199. It's also T800 from T2, and so you can see the differences here between the ones on the left and the right.
Well, the one on the right, the sleeves are better.
They're about the same. The one on the far
much
right.
more gap on the one on the
far.
I
can see.
I wonder if they're bent a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, hopefully the final doesn't come out that. But yeah, I noticed that too, that the gaps in the far left in this newer one.
Much, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's annoying me.
But my initial thought was like, it's just the same one. They're just repackaging it. I mean, it pretty much is, but the only difference is the shirt. There's a gray one on the far right. Is gray, and then the one on the far left is black, and then he has gloves on the previous version on the far right.
Yep.
The clean T800, and so so the one on the far right just came by itself. That was a solo release, and it has more accessories that I'll show here. And the one on the far left, again, that's the one that comes with John Connor. So the accessories, the one on the left, again, this is part of the 2-pack. We saw the backpack and the box of roses with the 2 guns. I forgot to put in here that arm. So there's that mechanical Terminator arm that is in part of this as well. The middle, the battle damage one, it's cool to have like this his hand coming out of the lava, that effect there. That was pretty cool. His grenade launcher.
Yeah. The one on the right is the dopest.
Yep, and that's the one that the single release he has his minigun / Gatling gun, his grenade launchers, like 2 grenade launchers. Also has a box of roses, and so I already have the 2 on the right here, this battle damage and the with all. So I personally don't need I'm good with getting the 2-pack. Although that John Connor would have been good to have just to add to the collection, but I think I'll pass. I don't need to buy it again for that.
Love me some Gatling gun. Let's cut stuff in half.
Yeah.
I love that it's just a duffel bag full of bullets.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. was it like that in the movie? I couldn't remember if that's how he had it.
It's gotta be.
Right? Okay, yeah. I thought he just had the bullets dragging, but I could be wrong. I thought I don't know. They're including it here, so yeah, you're right. It probably has to be. So yeah, again, those are just the previous 2 versions that were released. The 2 on the right were the ones that were previously released, and the one on the left here is the latest one. But anyone else got any thoughts on this one? On any of these here before we go on to the next one?
They just need to guy up the girl there.
Yeah, the girl. Yeah. Sticking with Terminator 2 MAFEX, we have the T1000. Right, you can't have the T800 with the T1000, so they also came with the T1000.
All right.
Let's see, ranging from 85 to 135 USD, standing about the same height as Arnold, so it's about 6.3 inches, 16 centimeters. set to come out around the same time, April to May. So this one has a good amount of accessories as well. So he actually comes with the alternate torso, the one with all the bullet holes. That's an alternate torso. He has his metallic like hooked arms here. Let me see here. I think there's a here we go. He has the torso. He has his 2 gun holsters, his 2 pistols. He has his Call to John fingers here, different lengths, and then he also has a staff here. I think that's the one that comes with the battle damage 800 that I showed earlier, just kind of repainted. But yeah, that's what this guy comes. It's cool that they include that alternate torso with the bullet holes in it. So you get options there. But yeah, and the different head sculpts. Yeah, there's a photo that has all of them. Here we go. The 2 on the top, they look kind of similar. I think one is like slightly more like angry, but they're pretty similar. They've done that before. And then obviously the one on the bottom left is this head split open, and the one on the bottom right, it was where I think it was Sarah Connor blasts him in the head with a shotgun, I think, or one of those grenade launchers. I think it was. But yeah, this one is tempting. I already have this in 6 scales, but I don't know if I want to add this in 12 scale, because like I said, I do have the 2 versions of the T800. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll probably wait until this goes on sale or something. But yeah, any thoughts on the T1000?
Yeah, NECA all day. NECA does a far better version of this.
NECA, yeah. Yeah, that's right. They did do a version of this one as well. Yeah,
much better. Much better head sculpt. Yep. NECA all day.
Just a little bit taller. I don't think the articulation is as good as the MAFEX, though. So if you're looking
probably
for articulate,
not, but I would go with the actual figure itself. Just looks better.
Yeah, the aesthetic. Yeah, and yeah, I know like NECA is a little bit taller as well. They're more like
9-ish.
Are they 9? I thought they were more like 7 inches, like one.
No. They're bigger than McFarlane. McFarlane's 7. And,
are they? Okay, man, it's been a while since I had a regular NECA version figure.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. Trimble is saying, gotta call it Physio. I will return to be a panelist on your stream one day. It's all good, man. It's all good. Later, Trimble does. Thank you for coming through. And you probably already left, but if you catch us on the replay, thanks for stopping by. Let's see. S-Beam needs to be 6 scale, but it already is in 6 scale. Wait, are you talking about John Connor or which way? Are you talking about T1000? Maybe, I think you probably put that comment up when I was talking about John Connor. That 2-pack. But yeah, you're right. If that's the case, then you're right. Yes, make John Connor in 6 scale. We got 6 scale Mafia in the house. What is up, Mafia? Thank you for coming through. Good sir. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, thanks for coming in so late. I know it's a late one. I know the stream is usually run late, but thanks for coming through, man. Hope you're doing well. We're just finishing up talking about these Terminator MAFEX figures, going on to the next one. If no one has anything else on this one, on these figures?
No, right. I was looking around to see if I could show you a NECA shot so I could show you the comparison, but I don't have.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, if you can, no worries. Maybe next time.
Yeah, but no, it's cool, man. It's all right, but I wouldn't go for this one in particular. No,
gotcha.
It doesn't float my boat at all.
No worries, man. That's totally fair. It's not for definitely not for everybody. But you thought we were done with winged creatures, celestial beings.
Hari Krishna.
Winged. Going back to the winged creatures. Now in 12 scale. This is the LooseCollector Lady Death. This is the gold armor version. Going for 110 USD, set to come out Q1 of next year. 30 points of articulation, so well articulated. LooseCollector figures, they've been pretty pricey. I wonder if they just charge more for their IP, but in general they are more expensive than similar figures. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, they're more pricey, but they are pretty good. I don't know if they're just like completely worth the price. I do have a couple.
What's the scale?
This is 1/12. This is 1/12 scale. 4 pairs of. Let me see. What is this? Yeah, 4 pairs of hands. Of course, her wings, her scythe is. I always forget every time. Scythe or scythe? Scythe.
Scythe. Yeah, it's a soft C. Yeah.
Soft CK. Gotcha. And it's a holy scythe, not just any scythe. It's a holy scythe.
Right. The holy scythe. Okay.
Yeah, it's holy. And then her display stand. So yeah, we were talking about
This is dope.
Angelic / demonic winged creatures earlier in 6 scale, but now we got this one in 12 scale, again by LooseCollector. It's been a minute since they did Lady Death. They did do Lady Death, but it's been a while. So this is the next figure before that. Yeah, here's her side. That looks more like a harp, right?
Yeah, bro. This is fire, bro.
But yeah, for all you Coffin comic fans, here you go. Add to your collection. With this, they come out with a couple of figures from this too. I think was it Purgatory. I have
I've got Purgatory. They did Purgatory because I got Purgatory. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they did Purgatory. Yeah.
Well, now the Purgatory I think the thing came out like in the late 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's probably a different one. Oh, and here's all the
more than one line has done Purgatory.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't.
And here's this one though. Yeah, I know Loose Collectors did one for sure. Or it might have been Executive Replicas.
I think it might have been. I can't. I got it put away. Yeah.
It just recently came out though. So
well, the one I have
version.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Got it a while ago. And so here's the Legacy Series 2 that this Lady Death is a part of. Roja already came out. That's a variant of La Muerta. She's basically kind of similar to La Muerta, just in red, hence the Roja. Wargoth, which we're going to look at here in a second after this one. Satanis, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not too familiar with this. And Lady Gunfighter. That one looks like it might be a cool one. They haven't announced that yet that I'm aware of, but yeah, Lady Gunfire. Yeah, that's going to be cool. But yep, there's Lady Death. Any thoughts? Anyone else got any thoughts on this figure here?
It looks dope. It looks dope. I like it.
This is the 90s.
Yep, this is the 90s. Yeah.
Yep, this is everything that the independent comics were in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the local Bob doesn't know about these.
Yeah, I know, right? Staying low key.
Once again, I've drawn back off of the amount of 12 scales I purchased. So as much as I like this, I'll probably have to let it go. Although I do want that Roja. I missed her. It's probably impossible to find it now. Yeah, man, I like it, but I'll probably pass.
Gotcha. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is pricey too. And it does look cool, but I think I'm gonna pass. Also, I think I am selective with this one here. But for those of you who are to this character or this comic line or publisher, there you go. You got another one to add to your collection.
Yeah.
But this isn't the only one. Like I mentioned, there's this one went up, and Wargoth here, who I personally haven't. I didn't read Coffin comics. I just knew of Lady Death, but I didn't know of any other characters from this. But apparently Wargoth is another one in there. Again, I don't know anything. Yeah, kind of looks like more like a Conan type. A Conan mixed with maybe like the Crow or something.
Conan / Lobo.
Yeah. Slash.
He looks like Jason Momoa. Is basically what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of characters back then were kind of similar, right? They were kind of like different variants or variations of one another.
Cronin.
Cronin. What was it? Cole? Kull? Cole?
Oh, yeah. Cole the Conqueror? Is that right?
Cole, I think it was Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Cole?
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
There was a movie too, right?
Offshoot kind of bargain basement Conan.
Yeah. Bargain basement. Yeah. Off-brand. Yeah. Whoa, that's cool. I didn't see this one. That's badass.
That's
big ass wolf.
Oh, nice. That looks good. Werewolf, kind of a werewolf kind of thing.
How many werewolves are there now?
That's
oh man, I lost count.
That reminds me of that one character, Veteran.
Yeah, Veteran.
Yeah.
That one I have.
What was his name?
Yeah, Veteran. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's a cool one. Yeah, I have that one.
Hey, now this pair looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I think this is the Lady Death I was talking about. They did a while ago. This is like one of their previous one.
Yeah, that's the more classic Lady Death right there. She's just missing her cape.
That eats Marvel Legends for lunch, man.
Kind of similar. I don't know, man. Looking at the articulation.
Their joints look far better. Marvel Legends joints. Well, you know, something, I take that back. Everybody, I think, all of the lines have kind of upscaled a bit. You know, McFarlane's bodies are even better. And I, once again, I will creep and buy a Marvel Legends, but I'm particularly going for the bigger figures, the builder figures, because once again, this is really one of my favorite figures ever.
Oh yeah, you keep showing it off. That's a good one, right?
I cannot get enough. And you want to talk about? I have him fighting every and anything. And the other thing I like about him, he's big enough where I can pair him up with Mythic Legions.
Yep.
McFarlane, he can go toe to toe with everybody. I just so love this figure. I can't leave it alone.
Yeah, I was tempted to get that. I was deciding between that one or the Marvel Select version, and I ended up going Marvel Select because it was bigger. But I like the articulation on the Marvel Legends.
Yeah, and this is not the movie version. This one came out the year before the movie, and it has a far better head sculpt. So I would shoot for this particular one.
Yeah, I really like that one too. The only thing I was just, like I said, the size sold me on the Marvel Select one done by Diamond.
And the articulation on this one is really
good. Yeah, that one looks cool. Yeah, I'm still tempted to pick that up, but I don't know. Like, do I need 2 Red Hulks now?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. So Wargoth here, I forgot the specs. So $82 USD for Wargoth. Also set to come out Q1 2026, and similar amounts of articulation. You got 30 here. You can kind of see them all throughout here. I like the way they did the paint on them, although there's a couple of points where like they could have worked on it a little more. Like here, this covering for the shoulder, the butterfly, like this just looks like it's just unpainted. So hopefully that comes out painted in the final version. But other than that, like
that would be a major, fail. You can't. You can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
especially when you're trying, you cannot possibly put all that detail and paint in the body, and then you have those 2 pieces like that. It just takes away. Like, man, the art aesthetic was beautiful, but look at this. It just takes away. From it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Are you leaning toward this FIGs?
No, I think I have enough figures that have like this similar type of look vibe. Like I said, I already have like a couple of Mezco Conans and other figures that like this. And now, like I said, I don't know about this character at all. So I'm like, I'm good. But to go over the accessories here, so you can kind of see him up here. He comes with an alternate faceplate, which is cool. You would just take off the hair. I think I seen a review of like some other, like the Lady Death figure we were looking at earlier, the older one. You can just take off the hair, or it was Purgatory. That's a review I was watching, Purgatory, that when I was talking about you remove the hair and you can just swap out the faceplate. Also comes with 4 pairs of hands that you see here, 2 wristbands, his armband, necklace, his battle axe, and a shield, which I will say the shield and the battle axe do look pretty cool though. I like the way that they're sculpted and painted there. That looks pretty awesome.
Some decent detail.
Yeah. All the painting on there, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, it's Wargoth, LooseCollector. Anyone got anything else on Wargoth? He also is metal. Looks metal. Metal AF.
No way.
Let's see here. We got Tijuana Mike King Churo in the house. What is up, Mike? Thank you for coming through, man. I'm surprised you're still up too. I know it's late for you as well. What's up, gentlemen? Just got back from the movies. Oh, man. Oh, that's right. You went to go see Superman. That's right. Looking forward to seeing what you thought when we discussed that on the movie canon. We'll be on the movie canon's stream this Friday for Figures Talk, and I think we're going to discuss it there. So I think Mike will be on there. I should be able to make that. I'm aiming to. So just barring nothing else coming up, I should be able to make that appearance, and I think Mike will be on there as well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what you thought of that movie. Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you, Mafia. Doing well. Appreciate you coming through, man. And stopping by and showing some love, man. It's always appreciated. Let's see here. Miles Flores in the house. Hello. Thank you for coming through, Miles. Hope you're doing well. It's a new name. I always appreciate the support and seeing new names here in the chat and just saying hi. Appreciate it. Yeah, Roman.
Very cool avatar too.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say I like that too. Yeah, it is very cool. S Beam saying Roman Reigns. Yeah, that's true. It does look like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I couldn't think of it at the time. I was like, okay, that's right. Roman. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, sticking with 12 scale. A couple more. I think this should be the last set of last few here. So these last few are from the same company. This is Xesray Studios, and I know Michael, you're familiar with these, but the first one up we have is Gold Hildr, not Gold Digger X-Men. It's Gold Hildr, yeah. She gives me money when I'm in need. This is from, like I said, Xesray Studios, Combatants, Fight for Glory, ranging from $45 to $65 USD. And this is labeled as an event exclusive. And I think it's referring to Comic-Con, but it doesn't say specifically Comic-Con. It just says event exclusive. So I think they're gonna show this off at STCC, and then they're gonna ship out this figure afterwards. So after those who attended Comic-Con, I think they're going to get first dibs, and then anything else they're going to start shipping after that. So let me see here. I don't think there's a... Let me see. Was there a photo with... Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. Accessories. So 3 pairs of interchangeable hands, a pair of bare feet, which is cool. They've done that before with other figures. A pair of sandaled feet, her helmet, cloak, war axe, a small axe, a long sword with a sheath, a dagger. But her cloak looks to be... soft goods, which looks cool, and I think it has a wire in it, because there's some photos in here where like, damn, like it looks like they posed it up pretty well. But yeah, no, this figure looks cool overall, like a Viking aesthetic. This one I did pick up because, again, just like the aesthetic, I have some female figures, but not a lot in 12 scale. And so, well, aside from the comic ones from Marvel Legends, but as far as like general figures, this one, yeah, I definitely picked up. Like this right here, this looks like a cool shot here. It has her helmet on with the cloak over her. This looks cool. Yeah, so event exclusive, Fight for Glory, Xesray Studios. You guys got any thoughts on this one here?
Yeah, I dig the hell out of this company. A lot of their figures are exclusive, and once they sell out, you'll never find them again. They had a I think it's the second series of Combatants, and I missed out on them. They were so dope, just like this, very detailed. Love the body shapes on the men and women. The forms are outstanding. And in their series, they have several black figures, which is awesome. Yeah, several black figures. And those are the ones I wanted to grab, and I missed out on them. But this is another, I thought about, I said, well, you know what I would do to substitute, maybe scaling back a little bit on the 6 scale figures. Like I said, I would do like a separate little exclusive 12 scale Inart line. Mm-hmm. I would, if I were to do any more figures in a 12 scale, I would like to do like a separate little Xesray, because I think this is an exception.
Yeah. A lot of Robin vase figures. I think that's the first Viking figure, right?
And I wouldn't have to own 100 of them, but if I have like maybe just 6 or 7, just really, hopefully maybe somewhere on the aftermarket. I wish I could. I hope I'm going to be looking out for that second. I think it was the second series that has a lot of African American warriors on it and stuff. But
yeah, I remember seeing at least a male and a female, and I know what you're talking about. I got the female. There was like 3. I was like wave 2, I think, where they had 3 females.
Yeah.
And one of them. Yeah.
And they had a wave with, I think it was 3 males.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, they did. Yep. But speaking of, so they are of that initial 3 female wave here. They are bringing one of them back, and this is wave 3 here. And this is so there's 3 new figures.
Oh yeah,
in this wave. This is Bernice, I think her name is.
Yeah, I for some strange reason I do remember this. I think.
Yeah, so she was the one and all on Reddit. I have a photo that shows what the previous version looked like, but this is so Bernice, 3 pairs of alternate hands, again alternate feet, bare feet, as being bare feet. Helmet, shield, a pair of swords, and then 2 spear parts. So there's that one, and also part of this wave is Cassia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She is right here. This one looks dope too. Alternate hair piece.
I love the bodies.
Yeah, right. Alternate hair piece, 3 pairs of alternate hands, also alternate feet, sandal greaves, a helmet, chest armor, sword, a pair of sword belts, of course, their sword, dagger, shield, and cloak. Yeah, this one just looks awesome. And the options on here with the armor and just like that per dress that she has here.
Gassing me up, man. You're enabling me, man. Because I'm looking back at you already have you said you have some Xesray figures already.
Yeah, I have the females, and I can't remember if I have any of the males or any of the.
And how do you like? How do you like me? Are they dope?
Yeah, they're pretty good, man. I mean, some of the articulation could be better on some of them, but like for instance here, like I think the females still have single jointed elbows. I mean, they still get 90 degrees, but you can see here they still like carry through. You can see they're still single jointed.
Yeah.
But the cut looks to be deep enough to where you can get at least a little more than 90 degrees. But
I would be okay with that.
Yeah. So but they are cool, man. Just like the Roman gladiator, female gladiator figures are just really awesome. So this is Cassia, so cool. And then they also have one more male here, which let's see. Oh, right here. This is Medocus the Thracian. Probably just butchered that name, but yeah, one of their male figures, part of this line. 3 pairs of alternate hands, alternate feet, pair of swords, his helmet, shield, shoulder armor, and then 2 pieces of arm armor. So that's the 3 figures that are in this wave. And this is again the gold Hildr. But yeah, here's Bernice. This is a 2.0, what they're calling her.
Yeah.
Here,
dope shading on those muscles on old boy.
Yeah, on the male one. Yeah. Yeah, let me get to another photo of him.
Yeah, the paint is really nice.
Yeah, this looks dope right here, man.
This is cool. Dope, man.
Right? Yeah, purple.
No, that's right. They're around 70s, right? If I'm correct. No. They're around 45 to 50, aren't they? Something like that.
Yeah. So each of these range from $42 to $57, and that's for each of them. So like either you go to one website, they're all $42. Another website can all be $50. So they're all the same price, but the range for all of them is $42 to $57. Set to come out this year, December of this year.
Yeah, their prices are reasonable.
Yeah,
because you always get a decent amount of accessories, and then you get helmets that come off and fit on. Come on.
Yep. And this one right here this is cool. She comes with 2 different hair parts. So she has like a short hair and then the hair tied up option.
That's dope,
like a ponytail. Yeah. And here's the guy you're talking. Oh yeah, I can see the shading you're talking
about.
Yeah, look at the veins, the sculpting.
I love it.
Yeah, this one looks cool. Oh man, I didn't see this. He has like tattoos on his back. Look at that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yep. But of course, some people aren't gonna like the joints there. But yeah, it's 12 scale for you.
They did it right though. They colored it right.
Yeah, like you're saying on the paint. Yeah, that's awesome. Look at the little designs here on the shin guards.
Yeah, I think
that's cool. For sure, I'm really considering of this wave, Bernice, this 2.0 and this Cassia.
Yeah,
just the options on those 2. Yep,
that's fine.
That looks awesome. So here's your chance, Michael, if you're looking to get some more female figures from this line.
Yeah, I got to get the sisters though, man. I got to find them.
Yeah, hopefully they do a 2.0 of the.
You know something? You're right.
Warrior.
Yeah, it does give me hope because you're right. They're repeating. Yeah, I'll repeat.
Yeah. Yep. Let me, for comparison, here's the previous one here, the 2.0 of, the 1.0 of Bernice. This is the one I have.
So cool.
Yeah, this one is cool with this helmet. This helmet was cool, yeah. And again, single jointed elbows here. So, but I mean, yeah, for what they look like and everything else, they're pretty cool. I didn't have any figures like this in my collection, so.
I think that they have some of the best body forms, almost the best body forms in 12 scale. Just the anatomy of it, it's very, very well done.
Yeah. Yep. They're good looking figures, man. Good looking figures. Yeah, definitely getting this one. Like I said, gold Hildr. And considering these other ones,
I mean, they really look like they can beat some ass.
Yeah, they do. Especially this one here, man. Like I just love this type of like mask here, like from the actual like Gladiator movie. Yeah, it looks cool.
And this company's not that old.
They're not.
I
don't even think they're 5 years yet. They're or are they? When did you get those Xesrays? It couldn't have been more than like 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. I think it was like 2 years ago. I think it was like 2023-ish. I think I want to say
that first wave came out. It's been. I think it came out. They weren't around before COVID.
Yeah, and they also did some like Minotaurs. Are those the ones that are like half bull, half?
Did they do?
Yeah, Minotaurs are bull people.
But are you sure you're not being? That might be Four Horsemen.
They did some as well, but yeah, no, I think
Minotaurs. I didn't know. Maybe I think I don't remember. I might have seen it. Don't remember.
You might be right. I could have sworn they did some sort of creatures. Maybe they weren't Minotaurs, but they were some sort of creatures, some like bigger animals.
Yeah, because I know Mythic Legions. I know the Four Horsemen does all kinds of Minotaurs and stuff like that. I know they have Minotaurs for sure. But I don't remember whether or not Xesray did them. They might have. I don't remember off the cuff.
Okay, yeah. Or I might be tripping too. I could have sworn, but I might be wrong. All right. Anyone got anything else on these combatants, Fight for Glory figures?
These are cool, but I wasn't really paying attention to the gold holder or whatever the hell her name is until I saw some other stuff that's coming out. With like the little fox warrior dude and the
warrior dude
and there's a dwarf guy and they got like tankards and stuff and there's a big barrel of meat and there's like a big polar bear with a saddle and then I was like this would be cool with that polar bear.
Whoa!
I would get Hildr, whatever.
Yeah,
and have her on that polar bear. That'd be cool.
Yeah, with her fur on, that'd be dope looking.
Yeah, because she's all Viking-like, and she's more northern and
I was going to say Norwegian or
that.
I don't remember who made those. I don't remember what they're called.
That's
I saw them
Four
like
Horsemen.
today or yesterday.
Yeah,
the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, that's their latest. Mythic Legions line. The Horror of Icenor or something like that. Yeah, they just came out with that new line. Yeah, and I remember seeing that bear. Yeah, that was really cool bear.
Yeah,
the polar bear.
And there's like 3 other figures, and there's like a set of like food and cups with like mugs with.
Yes, and I'm glad you remind me of that. I'll tell you this, X-Man. When Four Horsemen, when they do their store, when they do their sales, oh man, a lot of times you can get these figures for $25.
I gotta look that up because those were really, really cool.
You can get these figures for $25. Their sales would be out cold. So I'm glad you reminded that because I'll be looking out for that. Hopefully, maybe that'll still be around when they do one of their sales because it'd be great to get some of that stuff too.
Yeah, they usually put it up on their site first, and then after that, then they go into retailers because people I know BBTS will buy them.
Yeah, it's called Store Horseman. It's the store for Four Horsemen.
Yeah, exactly. Store Horseman. Yep. And then I just confirmed they did do Xesray did do the Minotaurs, and they have them. There's 2 of them here.
I remember what these look like, and you're right. I don't know how. Something I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the other company, but I think I saw. Boy, these might still be around.
Yeah, these are. I found this one on BBTS. This one's still in stock, but another company did do Minotaurs as well. Besides,
I know Mythic Legions did. I'm pretty sure Mythic Legions. I could be wrong.
Are these the same scale as those warriors we were just looking at?
Yeah, they're 12 scale, but for like Minotaur size. Right?
Yeah,
it's kind of gives you an idea. Yeah.
They're gonna be a bit bigger because that's the way they are.
But I'm just wondering in case, because having what's her name writing on that bear, it can fit,
Oh no!
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that bear is sick.
Oh yeah.
Pull that bear up. That bear is dope.
Yeah, but see if they got the bear scale to where you could put her on there, then these minotaurs would be scaled fine.
Oh sure, yeah, but I don't care about the minotaurs. I care about the bear.
Well, what was your concern?
I just wanted to make sure she could ride it.
But
she would fit on the saddle, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd be tempted to do that. Because that would be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything from this line I saw, I wanted.
Oh, they do some great stuff, and yeah, this is something. I forgot how much they wanted for this.
Let's see. This is direct on their website. Let me see. Is there a price here?
You look at the little gnome and the little fox dude and the werewolf guy and
man,
yeah,
they got friggin'.
I would like to have all of these.
Dude, they got so many great figures. They also got Cosmic Legion as well. They got Mythic Legion. Cosmic Legion is in a bizarre ass line. This company is an incredible company.
Yeah, they make good stuff, man. I have quite a few.
Amazing.
That's freaking cool, man. Look at that.
That is cool. Yeah.
I don't know why I have. I guess because I got so caught up in 6 scale, I just neglected like this line, and their stuff is great.
Yeah.
I gotta start looking at these because I don't really do a whole lot of other scales.
Bro, this is a rabbit hole. This right here, it's a rabbit hole, X-Man. This right here, you're doomed. I swear to God, you're doomed.
Yeah. But I would love to imagine like having these dudes like set up their little campfire on a
yeah,
and have them all sitting around it with the bear. That'd be sick. I would love to have
that. Would be sick, like yeah.
All you gotta do is buy one of them, and you're doomed.
I'll buy 6.
Yep.
All right.
I'm tempted by this one right here, though. This.
I mean, that's the cost of one hot toy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Yep. But that's up. These are up right now on the Four Horsemen website or Source Horsemen, and like I said, after their pre-order period ends on their direct website, you'll find it posted up at other retailers. Big Bad Toy Store is one of them. So either or.
Yeah, you keep your eye out when they do those sales, man.
Yep. All right, going on to the next 12 scale figure here. This is the legendary Outlaw from DSToys. There's again standard. There's 2 versions, standard and deluxe. The standard is $80 to $89 USD. The deluxe is $110 to $119 USD. Set to come out the Q4 of this year to Q1 of next year. And so everything you see here, for the most part, comes with both versions, except the deluxe comes with the horse and the horse lamp. So these 2 things right here are the only things that come with the deluxe. Everything else is the same for both sets. And again, that standard is $80 to $89 USD. And the deluxe is $110 to $119 USD. And so I believe this is supposed to be based on Arthur Morgan or inspired by Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption. Like I said, that's a game I started and I just haven't finished. Like I kind of just barely got in the first few minutes. I put it down and never went back. I need to go back and finish it because I keep hearing good things about it. I know S Beam here in the chat is a big fan of this game, and so he can probably correct me if I'm wrong if I got this wrong. But I believe it's supposed to be Arthur Morgan here. But yeah, this here's a horse here, non-articulated because I don't think it said anything about articulation here in the description.
12 scale?
Yeah, it is 12 scale, but everything you see on the horse comes with it. Looks like the hair is some sort of synthetic hair. It's not plastic, not sculpted, so it looks like it's some sort of synthetic hair. So that's cool. I like the musculature on the horse though. Here, that looks pretty badass. They did a good job there. So yeah, this comes with the deluxe. Looks like he fits on the horse pretty well. But yeah, multiple. Whoops, went too fast there. Multiple accessories for this guy. A couple of options you have is like his winter coat, like a regular coat. You have all his stuff underneath the coat. So for all you Westerners or just a fan of the game or just looking for that representation of some sort of like a Western display. I was thinking about this earlier. I don't even think I have any Western figures in 12 scale. I have a few in 6 scale, but not 12 scale. So this may be one I could add to the collection to maybe go against. I don't know. I'll have to figure out who to put this up. Maybe I don't need it. I can't even think of something. But yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts on this one?
This is fantastic. You get a friggin' boatload of accessories.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at all of that stuff. The horse looks great. The paint on it, everything. The clothes on the guy.
Yep.
This looks fantastic. Not so much that I want to get it, but you know, they're I can't think of the company, and I think there's more than one now that are doing fully articulated 12 scale horses that look really good. So they're out there now. I'll do some research, and maybe I'm moosing me, or I'll pop back on here again and I'll mention it. But because I've been thinking about getting some. But my hat's off to the detail and the paint. It looks really good, and the accessories, what you get. Yeah, and you said how much with the horse?
With the horse, the deluxe version is 110 to 119 USD. Yeah,
I don't think it's overpriced more than anything else out on the market.
Yeah, yeah. There were some 6 scale or 12 scale figures out earlier that just like by themselves were like about $100.
And you're not getting near. Look at all of those accessories. That's exceptional.
Yeah. So for those listening, speaking of, let me go over that. So you get, speaking of the accessories, you get you get 2 head sculpts. There's a younger looking version of not Arthur Morgan. There's a version with the beard, a full on beard. There's 6 ungloved hands, 4 gloved hands. You have a couple of pistols, or a pistol, revolver, a rifle, a knife, a dagger. What is it? A stone arrow, it says here. Let's see, a lantern. You got a shoulder bag, a belt, a water bottle, a hand lantern, 2 pairs of boots. It looks like, man, you have bow and arrow. Like Michael was saying, you got a lot of stuff with this one. There's a lot. Bandana. S-Beam is not. Yeah, I can see it. S-Beam is not a fan of the hat. Let's see where. His hat looks like crap though. Yeah, but yeah, he's confirming it is inspired by Arthur Morgan. Yeah, thanks, Beam.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if the hat looks like crap. I've never seen the actual character. Aesthetically, it looks fine to me.
Yeah, I think just like he's kind of size too big. Probably, I think that's what he's referring to.
Maybe. I don't know. He's a cowboy. Those brims are pretty wide. I don't know.
Yep.
I think it looks pretty damn good, personally.
Yeah.
Oh, as Beam is saying, LimToys is doing this in 12th scale too, as well as John Marston 12. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I do recall seeing that. I know for sure. Obviously, they did it in 6 because we both have that figure. But I think I do recall them singing, attempting to do it in 12th or either announcing it or doing. I don't know. I can't recall. But now that you mentioned that, it does sound familiar. Yeah, what were you gonna say, X-Man?
Am I just overlooking it? Because these figures are really well done. Like the detail is really good. The amount of accessories you get, whether it's 12 scale or 6 scale, with the cowboys and the soldiers and the astronauts and all that, they do amazing work with those. But like, that's boring shit. Like I want to see that kind of detail. I want to see that kind of detail in my warriors. You know, put that detail, put all those accessories, give more of that kind of care to the mythical stuff too, right? They do great armor and everything, but give me more accessories, make stuff more real looking with that. You know, give a good horse to a friggin' gladiator, right? Like this is cool, but like this is basic normal shit. Like give me something fanciful, give me something fantastical. You know,
I gotcha. Yeah. Not a fan of the cowboys, but you're talking about like the previous figures we were looking at, like those combatants.
Like these are cool stuff. And all. It's just I want more, give me more cloth goods, give me more realistic looking stuff with the more fantastical characters, and make them, on par with these. Because it would, I like the idea of being able to intermingle things, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it would be great to have this guy and some kind of like dragon warrior, and it looks like they could actually be standing in the same space, like somebody time traveled or something, right? Like give them the same kind of detail and all that. Because I feel like they put a lot of it into these guys, which is really the big selling point for them. Because otherwise, it's just a cowboy,
Yeah.
So I feel like
the other thing though is when they don't have to spend as much money on an IP in particular, they can really go in on making these figures even better. Because you're not, they're taking those resources that they don't have to spend on the IP, and they can dedicate it to making a better figure.
Well, yeah, but it's the same IP idea as this right here, this is based off of an actual IP. Whereas you've got the other stuff that we were just looking at.
That's true.
That's no IP at all.
They're not IPs. They're just mythological gods.
They could do this with those too, and that would be great.
Yeah.
I wish they. I would love to see that because I see it all with these and soldiers with like 40,000 freaking weapons that you gotta slot into little mesh backpacks, and that's great. But that's why I appreciate Xesray.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate Xesray. Because they look like they really put some time and attention to their stuff.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I can see what X-Men's saying. I kind of agree. Like we don't see too many. Like if Xesray added more accessories, I mean they have a good decent amount. But if they added more like this one has, and or made versions of like that a little more like realistic. I know it's not their style, but I'm saying if some other company did something like that.
And that style is good too. But I'd like to see both.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Have them both. Like we saw it with the Wukong, or the Inart versus that other one.
Yeah,
like one
Wukong is amazing.
Yeah, there's two different variations. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I was trying to think of if there were like Roman 12 scale figures that were like to this level and extent of like cloth goods and weapons or Vikings or something like that. I can't think of any off the top of my head. So yeah, that's a good point. I can see what you're saying. So yeah,
like you could put that Wukong with their Batman, and it makes sense. The way that they're both like detailed and the way that they both look, they could inhabit the same space, and you wouldn't really think too hard about it,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got real quick. Let me shout out. We got Low Key Collector in the house. What is up, Calvin? What's up, fellas? What's up, my dudes? Thank you for coming through, Calvin. Man, I'm surprised you're not already like crashed out somewhere, just passing out in bed. Maybe you just got home from work. Well, hope you're doing well, man. You're probably ready to wind down anyways. Let's see here. SB saying Poe's a dragon warrior. Yeah, that they did. If you're talking about Poe from Kung Fu Panda, they did that kind of that one figure that's supposed to be like Poe, which actually I got recently. I just remember I haven't done boxing yet, but I have. Yeah, that's.
Don't say that.
Was he supposed to be like Poe, or was he supposed to be more like the World of Warcraft Panda?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be like that one. They're more of like the World of Warcraft.
I have seen that one. I didn't see another one unless there's something different.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I just referenced Kung Fu Panda, that one, because that's also like something that people can relate it to.
But it could be, yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of connect more with that, I think, than the World of Warcraft pandas, which was awesome. Commercial, by the way, when I didn't play the game, but when I saw that ad, that was pretty cool. That whole like commercial they did, that video, pretty sick.
I don't know when the pandas happened. I stopped playing long before that, but
okay, yeah, I didn't play it all. All right, and we got anything else on the legendary Outlaw?
Nope.
I gotta play these games.
Yeah,
these games
same. Good. They're sitting on my shelf. I gotta play at least the second one, finish it. Gotta get past the slow beginning, and then hopefully it gets better from there. It sounds like it does from what I'm hearing. All right, real quick, let me touch on this, and then if you guys are up for it, we'll go back to one more 6 scale. I know X-Men that's kind of been itching to touch on, so let me just breeze through these. Yeah. So we got the Fondjoy Rick and Morty, which I believe are licensed because they're, for one, using the actual name, and it's kind of like implied here on the photo. they have like the actual name, and they have Warner Brothers and Adult Swim. So I believe this is licensed, and Fondjoy has done licensed figures. They have actually done quite a bit, and this is the first time I've heard of them. But when I went back and started looking at what they were about and what they did, I was like, oh damn, they did actually quite a few figures. But real quick to touch on these, let's see. So Morty here is, so they're each $39, or there's some websites that you can buy the set for $80 USD. Morty is sending at just under 5 inches, so like 4.7 or 12 centimeters. And we'll go through the Morty accessories first. I got him here up on the screen. So he has 6 swappable faceplates, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. You can just take off his hair and swap out the faceplates. 4 pairs of hands, a portal effect, his helmet. A lot of this I never got fully into Rick and Morty. I've seen like a couple of clips and a few episodes. They were pretty funny. I just never went through and sat and binged them all. But some of the stuff I did see was actually pretty funny. So a lot of these accessories I'm not too familiar with, but I'm sure you Rick and Morty fans do. See a memory tank, translator, portal gun, laser gun, hand drum, Mr. Meeseeks box. I've heard that name multiple times. I don't know what that is, but he has that. He has a couple of those boxes if that's what you're looking for. So yeah, there's a couple of photos. It looks like they just jumped out of a 3D version of the anime. It looks pretty good of the animation. So that's Rick. Morty. I keep messing up their names. So that's Morty. Now going on to Rick here. Rick is going for like I said, same price. So he's standing at just under 7 inches. So 6.7 inches and 17 centimeters. Real quick on that. So Fondjoy, they usually do figures. They either do model kits and or figures in 1/9 scale. And when these first came out, they were labeled as 1/9. But they went back and corrected it. Either they updated it or they corrected it. I don't know if it was an error or what, but they're now labeled as 1/12. So if you go through and you Google these, you may find some photos where they're labeled 1/9. Those are old. Those are outdated. They are, at least these versions are, in fact, 1/12. So that might be confusing if you go and Google it, but just to let you guys know. So Morty here has, Rick. Damn it, I'm doing it again. Rick has 6 heads, also 9 hands. He has his teleportation gun, his translator, laser gun, a Pope ball. Again, I don't know what that is, but that sounds kind of funny. His cell phone. It says 2 wine bottles in the description, but I only see 1. Sunglasses. And for each of them, you get a pre-order bonus. They don't really... let me see here. Oh, yeah. So the pre-order bonus for Rick is a portal. And the pre-order bonus for Morty, I believe, is... Pickle Rick, so a version of Rick as a pickle.
I was wondering where Pickle Rick was.
Yeah, he comes with Morty, so that's a pre-order bonus apparently. I don't know if that's with all websites or just certain ones. So, but just double check the description when you go and look at these. So yeah, going through some of the photos here for Rick. I'm sure he has all his classic accessories and faceplates that you see from the show. Again, I'm not too familiar with all of them, but yeah, they're here for all you Rick and Morty fans, which is huge from what I understand. Anyone got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I've got 0 interest. I know this has been a popular show at one time, and probably if I watched it, I probably would like it. I don't know, but other than that, care less. I really don't know enough about it to really care.
About any of the characters? Like, so you haven't seen any episode? No.
But I'm very familiar with the show. I mean, right. I know it's been out and it's been, because it's
you can't escape.
It's not the same guys in Ren and Stimpy, or is it?
That I do not know. It looks kind of similar animation, right? I don't know.
I tell you, I don't know about Rick and Morty. Ren and Stimpy is my jam. That is my ultimate.
Yeah. Ren and Stimpy is a very specific animation style.
Oh my god!
This is definitely not that.
I love Ren and Stimpy so much.
Yep.
But I thought but Rick and Morty, I know, has that same kind of pop culture, dynamic, similar to like Ren and Stimpy or some of the other cartoons, like Pinky and the Brain, that kind of thing. Nonsensical kind of stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, I've never invested enough time to really care, to be honest.
It's log.
What about you?
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I remember. Oh man, I love me some Ren and Stimpy. Always watch
Powdered
that.
toast.
Man.
Yeah, powdered toast.
When they went, and when they went to the Old West and they were singing "The Lord Loves a Hanging," oh my God, it was great. and they're trying to hang themselves. It was awesome.
Yeah, Mr. Horse. I always I quote that to this day.
And
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Don't forget a powdered toast man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, powdered
toast man.
Yeah.
So you guys big Rick and Morty fans?
No, I'm not a big fan. Like I said, I've only caught like a couple of episodes and some clips, but I haven't actually seen it all the way through. I heard good things about it though.
Yeah.
Same. But you can't, like I say, you can't escape Rick and Morty. Like,
yeah, you can't escape it.
They're too ingrained in the zeitgeist. You can't.
Yep.
Everyone knows something about Rick and Morty, whether you've watched it or not.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. As being Ren and Stimpy, are you not? Oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. I was gonna say.
I know.
Do you know
Yeah.
who Ren and Stimpy is? Yeah. Ren and Stimpy. What
Bjork
is that?
did a video that had like Ren and Stimpy art in it.
Who did?
Really?
Not from Ren and Stimpy, but like the same art.
Right.
That's the same artist.
Yeah.
Who did?
Did the Bjork.
Oh, that's my girl, bro. I saw her live. She's dope.
Yeah, she had a video that was very much Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, it was.
I love the way she sings, man. Icelandic.
Yeah, Icelandic. Yep. Bjork, very iconic look. All right, so if no one has anything else on this Fondjoy Rick and Morty.
Although I am familiar with the company.
With Fondjoy, are you?
They look the part.
I've heard them before. No.
Yeah, I watched a couple of reviews before earlier in the day, and apparently they had a lot of QC issues, a lot of issues in general initially, but lately they've been putting out better figures and they're getting better, and people are comparing them to McFarlane, and they're actually preferring them to McFarlane.
Okay.
Like their DC, like their Batman figures. Apparently there's like a Batfleck they put out that was really awesome. But I've never heard of them until now. So yeah, if you're interested, check them out. That's Fondjoy. Like I said, they have a bunch of figures and model kits that they've done already, and I totally missed them. All right. Jumping back into last figure of the night. Thank you all, especially to my panelists and those in the chat, for staying this long here. I know it's already a long one, so we'll touch on this real quick because I know X-Man was eager to get on this one. This is 3DSToys Serpent Queen Remia Naga. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm guessing, X-Man, you have some knowledge of this figure, of this character?
Not terribly, but it's what she represents.
Okay,
me. Like,
go for it.
I looked up the name here, and I didn't really see a whole lot about it, Googling it. But I've been saying for a while now that I would love to see a figure of Nua. And this is it.
Oh, this is it right here? This like a similar
it's not made to be her, but it's her.
I see.
This is exactly what Nua would be.
I see.
So, I mean, minus all the extra arms, but that's cool too. But, because, that's just part of that Gremlins lore for me. I love deep lore on my favorite IPs. And I want Nua. I want the chick that made the Mogwai. And that's what this is.
That's right.
So, I think I may be ordering this.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think I may be ordering this. And then I gotta find a suitable gizmo to go with her. And I did, but I passed it up, and now I can't find it, and I'm very upset about that. But yeah, I want this. I want Nua in my collection. So this is gonna be Nua for me.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I think I remember. I forgot what episode it was, but I do remember you mentioning that when we were talking about mythological creatures and
her and
characters.
Her brother, husband, Fushi, that created, the human race, and in Gremlin lore, she created the Mogwai and he created the rules, all of that.
Which mythology is she from? Again, remind me. I don't know if you
Chinese.
Chinese. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So this one
now, in a lot of cases, I think usually she's depicted as being a full-on snake body with a human head. But there are some instances where they show her like this. And in the Mogwai cartoon that they put out, she looked more like this, where she had, the top half of a human body, and then the rest was a snake, like Medusa.
Gotcha. That's right. I do. Okay, yeah. You did mention that animation as well. It was on HBO, I think. Right? You said the
Gremlins on Max. Yeah.
On Max. Yeah. Now and then that triggered a memory when you were just describing her and how she looked. Was Nuwa supposed to be? Oh, I'll take it back. So the Golden Child, was that half snake, half woman creature supposed to be Nuwa there? Because she looked like the way you were describing her. Do you remember that? And you guys remember the movie The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy, where he was supposed to be the chosen one, right? And then there was a scene where he would go down to the basement of that shop and talk to. There was a mysterious figure behind this shadow wall thing, and he tears it down, and it ended up being like a girl. She was half snake, or she had a body of a snake, and I think
that might be. I've never seen The Golden Child. I'm gonna have to watch it now.
No, what? Yeah, I think the Eddie Murphy's love interest, I forget her name, but she, I think, described who she was. I can't remember if she said her name. It's been a minute since I've seen that movie, but I think she gave a little backstory. She said she was either hundreds or 1,000 years old or something like that. But that, yeah, I didn't even. And you just describing her just triggered that memory there. So now I want to go back and check and see if that's actually supposed to be her.
Let's see here.
But yeah, either way, Golden Child is a funny movie. It's Eddie Murphy, but yeah, it's classic during the 80s when he was doing all his when he was in his prime.
Could very well be.
But yeah, this. I initially had I wanted to talk about this, but I ended up dropping it just because we had a lot of other figures to discuss. But you showed some interest in it, and so I figured.
Oh yeah, this is a great looking figure.
Yeah,
this is gonna be the one that scratches my itch for these types of figures, I think.
So, did you say you were picking this up then?
I think I am. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
So this is do some quick info on this because like I said, I didn't really prep, but this was let's see. 6 scale on 1/6 kit site. I'll put it in the description after the stream as well because it's not in there now, but a link to the site. 289 USD, and comes with quite a bit of stuff. Let me see if anything is die cast or metal. I'm not seeing, but yeah, she comes with a lot. You can obviously see she has 6 arms. So she has her 2 basic arms and then the 4-arm accessory pack, which are detachable, it says, and then the 4-arm back armor. That 4 arms, not like your forearm.
Yeah.
So make sure, yeah, she has 6 total. Let's see here. I'm not seeing anything about at least on this on Kit's website, 1/6 Kit, about die cast or metal or anything like that. But I don't know if that's just it's not on there or what, but it looks like it could be. It looks like one of those figures where they would use, I guess. But you're right. Now I do like the design and the sculpt and the detail in this. It does look awesome, man. The color just pops to red and gold. It looks really cool. I was just kind of thinking because I do like Michael. I have the TB League Medusa. I actually have came out with 2 variations, the gold and silver. I ended up getting both of them. So then I was kind of thinking, do I want to add another Medusa to my collection? Because it seems like this is static, her tail here. Let's see, what does it say about that?
It probably is.
Right, it looks like it is. It's not articulated, which would be better because it'd be hard to stand up if it was articulated.
Yeah, that Medusa was the same way, right? But you can pull the legs out.
Yeah, you can pull. Yeah, exactly. You would just So it is. Yeah, it is non-articulated. Serpent body, semi-body articulated. So this one, it just sounds like it's you can't. This is how she comes. You would have to leave her in the serpent body.
That's perfectly fine. That's how I want her.
2 types of crowns magnetically replaced. That's awesome. Look at all these swords she comes with. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
I almost bought one of those Medusas just to find another head to make my own Nua.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool.
But I'm glad I waited because I like this a lot more.
Yeah, this one is cool though. I like the way that how they posed. Even though it's not articulated, they did pose it in a way where it looks pretty like dynamic and like it's moving. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the arms are seamless. I think all of them are. Yeah, it looks like all the arms are seamless here. Partial rubber coating for the upper body. Yep. So yeah, seamless rubber body. Yeah, man, this looks like a good figure all around. This would be a good one to have on your shelf.
The only thing with this versus the Medusa is when that body wears out, you could replace it. This one,
I see.
If there's no legs going in, then that's going to be a little more difficult to do. But,
I see. Yeah. But
still, I think this is one for me. I think.
Yeah, man, this is a good one. Yeah, and the way they put in the description, it kind of seems like, when they ship it to you, if it's gonna be, if you can actually take it apart, like if they're gonna put the tail separate and then the upper body is gonna be like in like its own like foam inlay, or if it's gonna come all together, already attached. You know
I imagine so. Yeah, I imagine it'll come all together probably.
Yeah, no, that's cool that they actually made a figure of a character that you've been wanting. Because like we always say, like when we cover these figures, yeah, exactly. When we cover the figures in the stream, there's going to be something out there for everybody. Right? There's just so many figures out there. It's always cool to hear or see when somebody gets like a character that they've been wanting in figure form. So I mean, yeah, it's not the exact representation you were saying, but it sounds like it's pretty close to that. So that's glad to hear. Glad to hear you're going to be able to get something at least similar.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful figure, though. It does look beautiful. Any thoughts, Michael?
Yes. 289 is a little stiff, so I would have to hold off on it, but it's an absolute get.
Okay.
Oh, this one, my Medusa is there's no question.
Yep. Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah.
I got bookends right there. Are you nuts? Hot Girl Summer. Now listen. The academy is closed, but there's still age restrictions. But I think Hot Girl Summer doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether or not the academy is open or closed. I can get her in on the cadet program. She's a little young looking, but no, without question, I want it. There's just no question.
Still taking applications though, but they're closed.
I want it. And it's funny, X-Men should bring it up because I just discovered her. I guess it was like mid last week. Was it NeoGeek? I was on one of these sites and I saw her on pre-order. I went first. I stopped and went, "Is that TV League?" I said, "No, that's not TV League." But and then when I saw that that it was a Serpent, I went because Medusa was my figure of last year.
That's a good looking figure.
Medusa beat out Osiris, and Osiris is a baller. But man, that Medusa is incredible. And the fact that you can, the thing I love about that figure is that it is a statue and a scale figure in one. Because I love the fact that the Serpent is a cup, and you can pull a whole figure out. It's so dope. I wish you could do that with this, but it doesn't matter. The aesthetics, I gotta get this to pair up with my Medusa without question.
Oh, there you go. Damn.
But
yep.
It won't be too soon because I'm not spending $289 on her. I'm not doing that.
Now here's the thing. I'm not familiar with this company. I don't know.
Me neither. That's why I'm not spending $289 on it.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if their figures go up. Because a lot of stuff goes up. So
Yeah.
It's not like, your standard, like Hot Toys or...
Yeah. Well, hey, look, if I miss out, I miss out. I don't suffer from FOMO. FOMO's for babies.
Babies.
Got goo goo, buddy.
Yeah, well, then again, I'll curl up in a minute when Bean plays that closing theme music. But no, this is man. I would hope it holds up to the quality of a TV league. Once again, I don't want to continue to collect too much silicone, but I have found that I really am intoxicated by the silicone figures because of that realism. And don't get me wrong, I'm not this one who's, I don't like to see joints. I don't give a damn about seeing joints. If I think a piece of art is a piece of art, it's a piece of art.
Right.
And
yep.
So this is me, man.
I would like to wait on this and see it go down in price, but this is one of those things that I've been wanting for so long that
I understand.
Really want to take the chance. Yeah, like I don't want to like miss out on something that I've been wanting. Like,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. That was no insult.
Oh no! I didn't take it that way. No. But you're right though. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there. Like, if it wasn't for the Gremlins connection, I wouldn't care about this.
Oh no, I understand.
Yeah.
There's something. There are things like, what did I tell you? If Yost did a Black Beauty, I would have to break the fourth wall.
That would be sick if he did that. That would be really.
So cool. I understand when you see this figure, you're gonna compromise. The price is not unaffordable to you. You'll go for it because you want it that bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that. Whatever makes you happy.
Yep, for
sure. The great thing about Hot Toys too is like there's a lot of Hot Toys that I want to get right now.
Yeah.
But also, not for all of them, obviously, but for a good number of them, you can play the waiting game.
Yeah.
So I'm getting used to doing that because it's like if I want something, I want to get it, and you never know when it's going to go up in price later. But I'm trying to get myself to be good with that. So like there's some Hot Toys right now that I have recently like just canceled because I know some of them are going to be less costly later on.
Yeah.
And in a year from now, I'm going to have the figure that I bought today just as much as I'm going to have it if I buy it a year from now. So, if I spend less on it and I still have it later on, then I think I'm good. But this right here.
Here's the other thing, X-Man, and you're tapping right into it. That there's just so many companies out here now doing baller stuff. There's no way in the world everybody is just going to stick with Hot Toys because there are so many other, like you said, me and you, X-Men, and I know, Feezy, and I know a lot of other people that love mythological stuff and supernatural and mystical. And a lot of these companies will do the stuff that Hot Toys is just not going to even come close to doing. Yeah. So people are discovering, there's so many other places I can go. Because like you're saying, Hot Toys is saturating the market with their stuff so much that it's like, I can wait. Something like this pops up, you go, my God, this is almost a once in a lifetime. Hey, you're going to shoot for it. This stuff can wait. Go get this.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yep. Yeah, to what X-Men was touching on earlier. Yeah, there's some of these, like, especially with some of these aren't really third party, but these lesser known companies, and including the third parties, they don't make in the quantities that Hot Toys does, right? So once they sell out, and they usually don't make them again. And we touched on this on a previous figure lowdown, right? Then they usually go up in price. Like some of these pop toy / pop costume figures we were talking about earlier, a lot of those are going for higher prices now because they don't make them anymore. They just stopped. They only made a certain amount, and they don't advertise it as being limited. They don't say like we're only making this much. They just don't in general. And then once they stop, then I think that, like Moose was saying, that blacksmith figure that was a pop costume figure that he showed off earlier, like that's now going for a higher price than what it was because again they didn't make that many, and I haven't seen any figures from that company specifically like them redo like a 2.0 or Doom again. So But I'm not familiar with this company either. There's 3DSToys who's doing this figure here, so I'm not sure. I haven't heard of them either.
A lot of these companies don't have the revenue built up yet to be able to do that. You know, they gotta try different things all the time so they can spread their market share out.
Yeah.
You know,
or just, they're probably not that big themselves. Yeah,
right. So they're not going to concentrate all of their revenue on just a specific figure. You know, they want to tap into a lot of things so they can spread their dollar around.
Right. Yep. But this is a good looking figure. Let's see. So Beam here is saying, confirming for the Golden Child, that was Kala the Dragon Lady. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Beam.
Yeah.
That's who that was. So it wasn't Nua. Yeah, thanks for checking that out.
And this is a perfect example. It's a fine line between almost falling over to doll-like to a little bit more closer to real. Like this head sculpt and the face, I really like it. It's so much better than that other figure.
Than the angelic figure we're looking at?
Whatever the one we're looking at over there.
Yeah.
It looks so crappy. This one really looks good.
Yeah, this one I was kind of thinking. This one actually, I was thinking what you're saying, Mike. Where like I thought there was a little more like on the doll side, like it didn't have that realistic look for me, and so that's why I personally like passed on it. But so what you're talking about for the other figure, this is what I'm seeing for the face sculpt in this one. But that's.
I think this is far better.
I see it the same way for both of them, but the thing is they're more like in the realms of gods. You know, they don't need to look real.
They don't.
That's true.
Exactly.
So I'm good with that.
No, I'm cool with it too. I just don't. But paint is important. It just is.
Yeah, this one does have more makeup too. She does have more makeup.
She does. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that helps it. Yeah.
Yeah, Well, that's one thing for sure. Medusa, I mean, there's still a bit of fantasy in it, even though it's a very, very outstanding facial sculpt.
Yeah. I see what X-Men's saying too about it's kind of just like based on like some sort of like again like a celestial being or creature. Or
there's something ethereal about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So here's going.
Now what would be outrageous? Putting her up against Zombie Strain.
Ooh, yeah, that would be cool.
That would be crazy. All of them, but he's got those arms and extending arms. That would be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, having that. Yeah.
I'm wondering about like wait, what?
Yeah, she could have all his swords out, and he could be looming with all dead over with his arms out, or all of the whatever that junk is on.
Yeah, the Infinity War strings, I think it was. Yeah.
It would look dope, man. That would look real killer.
Yeah, that would be cool, actually. Yeah. Or you could have this one. You can have her team off against her. Going back to this one. Yeah, see, yeah. I'm just messing with
you. You're freezing up again, buddy.
Yep.
Strike the pose. Vogue for us. Man, those two. You did Reed Richards. You did Silver Surfer. It was cool. See, look at this, man. I don't like it. Don't like it.
She doesn't have makeup on. That's all.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, she doesn't have makeup on. I think that's what's.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah. See, look at right here, and then
maybe that's what it is.
She's a warrior. She's a warrior goddess.
But you know what else it is, guys? I don't know. I have a tendency to be biased towards brunettes. If you haven't noticed.
Oh no, I noticed.
Like chicks like Baroness. Love it. Love it.
Baroness, yep.
Yeah. But no.
Cool, this looks super cool. And the moving eyes, that's fantastic.
And hey, man, anytime you get a bow and arrow on a chick, man, I'm digging that too. Let's go bow and arrow. Because that Medusa has bow and arrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did
you get one Medusa, or did you get like which one did you get? Because there were like two different colorways.
I got the one with just the normal skull. Although Lumi got the one which has got the aggressive face.
But like, did you get like there was a green one and there was I want to say it was purple, red. I don't remember the other color.
I got just the normal one, the green.
Okay.
Yeah. The different colors also came with the different head sculpts. That's what Michael was referring to. He was the green one is like
actually two totally different statues, not two head sculpts per statue. There's one statue
that's what I meant. Like,
and then another statue with another.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like the green and gold one is the one that had like the kind of like the more calm.
No.
The yelling one.
Yeah,
you're right.
The more aggressive one.
Yeah. And then there was the silver and the burgundy one.
Yeah, and I got the pale one, which is just the normal face sculpt.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lumi got the green one.
Yeah. The green. That's the one with the aggressive one.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I could find one of those and then find like a more male character that kind of looks similar to this, so I can make Fushi as well.
How are you gonna do that? That's a female body. You can't get around it.
I'll stuff it in there.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. You just
because it comes out. Yeah,
for the
Medusa. Yeah,
you very well can do that. Absolutely, because all of that body ornament on the Medusa, all of that comes out. It's just shell. There's nothing that would inhibit me putting another body in this. Nothing that would inhibit me. So you could do that. Absolutely.
I'd have to.
Wait a minute. Here, here's the catch. Here's the catch. Is that waist to the bottom hollowed out so that you could put another one in there? Maybe.
Oh, not on this one. No, I was talking about if I could possibly find a Medusa.
Oh,
I don't know if that's likely or not, but.
I'll look around. If I find it, I'll link you up to it.
But I'd have to find like the right male body and with like that has like the right if I can find like the right armor or something.
Yeah.
I want it to look similar to this because they're brother and sister, but they're also married. It's weird.
That is weird.
Well, I'll tell you this, because the TV League bodies, the women have such voluptuous rears and thighs, you may very well get a V-chested, V-frame, wide-chested male figure down in there. You might, simply because of the width of their waist. I don't know, but
he might be more consumed by the tail, but. If I can get him in there, that's fine.
Yeah, that would be an interesting, interesting experiment because it would look dope.
I'm tempted.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Try it out.
Yeah, but that would be cool. Being here to say, I wanted to read this out. Referencing Golden Child again. He's The Golden Child is a great movie. Which again, he's confirming. He said, "I want the knife." It's one of Eddie Murphy's lines in there.
Man, I haven't seen that movie in years.
Please. Oh man, that was a good one, Beam. That was a good one. Yeah, good line. Let's see here.
The Silver Medusa is still up, really?
Yeah, I just saw it right now. It's on BBTS. It's actually up for pre-order, so I guess they're getting more in stock.
Yeah, they have re-released. They re-release all the time.
Do they?
I'll tell you, man. I once again I got her discount too, but once again I waited. But I got it the year she came. She came out last year, and I got her last year. But I held off and got her. Where did I get her from? Was it Big Bad Toy Store?
Oh, I see all of them.
Because see, the cool thing about Big Bad Toy Store. They will get those TV leagues will be 200 and sometimes 170, and then like I said, around the holidays, Black Friday, I picked them up for 130. I picked up, I think it was the Medusa. but you got to catch them because they go right back up in price.
Yeah. They also do it in 12 scale, so just make sure you look out for that.
Yeah, I'm seeing a whole bunch of 12 scale, but yeah, here's the 6 scale silver right here.
They just started the 12 scale last year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's new.
Man, that's a good figure.
It's awesome, man. I told you, man, it was my favorite figure of the year for 2024.
Big Ribs. I had a girl like this before. She had her hands all over me.
Go, Big Rib, go. Yeah, get her, man. Get that Medusa, dude. You'll love it. I'm going to enable you on that one, pal.
Well, I'm definitely getting this one.
And do that base on that Medusa. Holy crap, it's dope.
All right, gentlemen. Well, that was the last of them. What was an additional figure, but we got through them all. Appreciate you all for coming through. And again, those of you in the chat for saying this is another long one during the week. So I know these are always tough to do, but there is always a replay for sure. So I appreciate all of you catching the replay. X-Man, Michael, again, thank you for staying here as long as you did on this this weeknight. So much appreciated. Anything you want to plug before we call it a night?
Absolutely. Figure in a Bubble on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And on the Figure in a Bubble channel, there is what we call Bubble TV. And that's where you'll find the episodes of Moose and Me. It's myself and 12-inch Moose Dream. We come on one Saturday every month. And the next episode, episode 4 of Moose and Me, will be not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, the 19th. I usually will come on at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So tune in for Moose and Me then. And you can find me on Collector's Figure every Monday night with my straight jacket and all of the other looms. Thank you very much for your support.
There you go. And you can find his link to his YouTube channel in my Friends of the Channel section as well. So be sure to check that out if you can't find it. Figure in a Bubble, as well as S-Beam. And like you said, you'll find Michael on Collector's Figure on Mondays. So shout out to that crew, the CF crew. Much appreciated, Michael. X-Men, anything you want to shout out or plug before we call it a night?
Nothing really going on with me right now. I'm gonna try to be on a Geo stream Friday night if I am done working for the day early enough to do it. We'll see. But I'm gonna try to be over there for Figures Talk, and we'll see about that. But other than that,
well, hopefully you can make it. If not, then no worries.
Yeah, I hope so.
Coming home after a long day at work, and I get tired, you're just exhausted mentally and sometimes physically. So.
Oh well, I just might not even be done working. Like I might still be doing it. Yeah. If I'm able to get out of there, then I'll definitely be on.
Oh, but, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual weekend for me, so.
Gotcha.
We'll see how it goes.
I just now clicked that I see you're at home, right? You're at home now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm leaving tomorrow to go and start setting things up. But like usually Friday is a setup day, but this Friday is a tournament day. So those like to run late. So we'll see.
Oh damn. Okay. Well yeah, hopefully you're able to make it on Friday and join us. But yeah, like he was like X-Men was saying, again, we'll be on I'll be on, and hopefully X-Man will be on Figures Talk with Geo, the movie canon, on Friday. So be sure to check out his channel and look for us on there. And then as far as myself, I will have another episode of Hot Talk coming up sometime soon. I'm not sure when, but you guys know how I do. I usually, when there's enough figures to talk about, I'll schedule that. So just keep it locked. Of course, subscribe to get those notifications here. You can also, if not, you can also check out my social media, Instagram, Facebook. Links to those are in the description below. I usually post up on the stories of when I'll do the next stream. And or any other stream. I need to get stuff up on my Feezy's Media channel. I have a video coming up that I'm still working on. It's taking me a while to edit, which I don't like doing. I don't like editing, so that's why it's taking me so long. But I'll get it up there eventually. So keep it. a link. Keep an eye on that. A link to the description to my other channel, Feezy Media, is down in the description below as well. But other than that, thank you all again. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support as always. A reminder, if you found any of this informative, educational, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It would be much appreciated. That like button, there you go. Or do one of those. Yep, I'll take one of those too.
Hey, stay strong.
Yep, stay strong, stay safe, and don't forget to always have fun with your figures and enjoy your hobby in memory of Classy Thomas and the way what he would have wanted it. So just have fun, enjoy your hobby, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be collecting, but just whatever you do, just enjoy life and do your thing. But either way, have fun. And we'll catch you next time. Appreciate it all. Much love. Talk to you later.